All right, welcome in Tanjet Zone, episode 17. I'm one of your hosts, Ricky, alongside Chris,
Hola.
Will,
Hello.
and Terrell.
Howdy.
How's it going, guys? Episode 17, our Eternals review. Yeah. So this will be a spoiler review because there's no way I'm holding back on this.
Yeah. It was damn good.
Yeah.
It was
If
good.
you don't
non-spoiler review. I liked it.
If you don't want spoilers,
I enjoyed it.
stop listening now.
Yeah.
If you're a
listen to later.
die-hard Eternal comic book fan, you may be a little disappointed.
Yeah,
but all in all,
that's like two people, though.
I know. All in all,
Let's not act like we all knew about the Eternals.
it was a good movie. I didn't know what the Eternals was. I didn't
I
know what
don't even
Shang-Chi was. So
Shang-Chi I thought was slightly better.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. But, okay, yeah. Story of Eternals that none of us are ready to do.
Okay.
You know how... Yeah, someone wants to bring that up.
Wikipedia.
I don't... 10...
Okay, so...
Yeah, so someone's going to have to go for it. We are very prepared for this episode.
I'm working on
prepared.
Yeah. Cause I don't even know how to really describe this movie.
Right.
Oh, so that's what that was.
I mean, what part do you want to start with? Is
Well,
the question.
when I looked it up, so if I understood correctly, the Eternals were
I can't
a
spell.
form of superhumans between the superhumans and the deviants, were like Earth species, not a space species.
Yeah.
And actually, if I understood correctly, between the the Earthling Eternals, being on Earth did cause mutations in humans, which is why mutants are a thing.
I mean, that'd be a way to do it. That's more of an inhuman thing, but
Yeah.
I'll
Right.
take it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I read on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
In the movies, they were all constructed perfectly in Ashram's
Image.
Yeah,
the celestial Ashram, the judge in the comics.
Yeah, so it's 10 superpowered beings from space sent to
Yeah.
Earth to protect it from the deviants.
Yes.
At least that's what was told to
And
them.
then halfway through the movie, the truth was that the reason the Eternals were there was to keep humanity's growth.
They really killed Fastus's powers.
They killed a lot of their powers.
Yeah.
Fastus has laser eye beams in the comics.
That's Icarus now. Yeah.
Fastus.
Marvel's Justice League. Eternals.
Basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Where was I at?
We're going through the backstory. So they were
I wasn't
sent to
listening.
Earth to do, but then, yeah.
To fight the deviants, and then they found out that the deviants were first a failed creation from Ashram. So then he created the Eternals to kill the deviants, and also to let humanity and all life on Earth grow as it's supposed to be, so that it has enough life and sustenance for the new birth of the celestial Tiamat.
Yeah, that's basically it. And they, the Eternals, they don't know that.
No, they don't know that.
They find it out later on.
Interesting, that final battle between Tiamat and the Eternals happened exactly as it does in the comics, minus Tiamat emerging. The emergence is what they call that. If I understood correctly, in the comics, he's already emerged and has his own thing, and he's known as the sleeping or the dreaming celestial. And while he was in prison, one of his stories was his prison got weakened in 1905, so the Eternals went back using the Uni-Mind to close his prison back up.
Okay. Yeah, that's close.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is with the space, though, especially with the Eternals. There's so much, thousands of years worth of stuff that you don't fucking...
Yeah.
Right.
So...
And now you're kind of like, oh, well, because there's a...
Yeah, you got to bring it into the modern day. Just got to bring it into more modern day, and it's got to tie in. So they're obviously going to change some stuff.
They've changed a lot, actually. All the Eternals could fly.
Yeah.
But Icarus was the fastest.
Could they all fly?
I don't know. So far, two of them were.
I guarantee they probably all could in the comics, but you got to change some of that because then they just become way too powerful.
Yeah, Icarus could manipulate gravity. That's why he could fly.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, not really fast. 850 miles an hour.
Yeah.
For a comic book, that's not really fast.
Now in the movie, he was basically Superman. He went from Earth to the sun really fast.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he turned from fucking.
But he wasn't as
Homelander to
fast
fucking
as
Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Who's the fastest?
Makari.
Makari. Sorry.
Yeah, Makari was the
There's a
speed
lot of
of the
names
group.
in this movie to remember.
You just want to go through the characters?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm currently looking at Druid.
Okay.
Is
I'll
that
start.
No, actually, all of their names are inspired off of ancient Greek type names.
Yeah, that's where they came from. It's their. We'll give a little bit of history on their Jack Kirby invention. Well, Jack Kirby left Marvel because he was doing Thor and he wanted to actually basically do this with Thor. They wouldn't let him do it, so he went to DC, created the New Gods, and then got canned off of that. And then he came back to Marvel and was like, "Well, I'm doing that story," and so he made the Eternals.
Now, there's actually several generations in the comics of Eternals, and this movie just kind of took a few from each of those generations and made it one team.
Yeah, that works.
So I gotta look up.
It's like what they're gonna do with the new Warriors later on. Just gonna be different incarnations all mixed together.
Yeah,
If
it
do
worked
new
out.
Warriors.
Well,
But leader of the group, played by Selma Hayek, had Ajax or Ajax. I gotta say Ajax because I've been saying that name for fucking
Selma
10
Hayek.
years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the leader. She's the healer of the group, which wish we would have got a little bit more with her.
Yeah, I
We
know.
mostly got flashbacks, but
It wasn't
I get
enough
that.
for me.
Well, I get it because her thing is her death. Yeah, no, this is already spoiled. Her death is the catalyst to get everybody back together.
Right.
So that can't happen halfway through the film. You got to kind of get it out of the way early, and then they tell her story through the flashbacks.
so far they all can fly.
Yeah. Then you have Icarus, who is the quote unquote Superman of the group.
Yeah, he just
Doesn't wear a cape.
super
Yeah.
strength and vulnerability. He can fly, and he's got laser eye beams, heat vision, basically.
Yeah. Played by Richard Madden
Mhm.
as well. Game of Thrones.
Then you have Athena.
Dina.
Athena, who's basically
no A.
known as
Yeah.
throw away the A. She was basically the goddess of war.
Yeah. The
She's-
weapons expert of the
Yeah,
group.
she could conjure up weapons, and she was pretty cool. Played by Angelina Jolie.
Nice.
Huh. They
Then-
didn't portray her with telekinesis, did they?
No.
She has telekinesis, flight.
Well, that's nothing too.
They
is-
took away a lot of
They
They all can
they nerfed-
regenerate, actually.
Yeah.
This movie nerfs their comic book.
Yeah, well,
I'm sad
that's
now.
the issue with comics is Superman's powers, just in general in the comics, are just fucking stupid.
Right.
We gotta give every character every power ever. It just becomes fucking pointless at a certain point. Really, Flash is the fastest person in DC. Does that really matter when it comes to Superman? No, because he can't also have super speed. Because it's this guy just has one of your powers. Cool.
Right.
It basically makes everybody else nothing if everybody has every
Yeah.
power, or someone has every power. It's
So,
just
usually it's super strength and vulnerability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Gilgamesh actually has some really cool powers in the comics.
Oh, speaking of Gilgamesh, now we got Gilgamesh, who is the heavy hitter.
He's not just
Yeah.
heavy.
Played by Don Lee.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah,
liked him.
and his
he-
punches knocked hard.
Well, he was.
Yeah, he just kind of went glow hand.
Yeah, he's like I
punch.
said, he's that physically, he's the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to physical attributes, he's the guy you don't want to mess
Even
with.
though comics, according to that, he would have optic blasts.
That actor, I said, just in Train to Busan, he actually was a boxer in Korea, and so that's in Train to Busan where he's punching zombies is amazing. That's how he fights them, with his bare hands.
That's
He
awesome.
punches zombies.
Like a man.
Yeah, like a man. Literally, so they can't bite his arms. He wraps up his arms and just fucking fists it up. So when I saw him as Gilgamesh, I'm like, oh yeah, that's great.
Then we have Cersei.
Yes,
Yes,
played by
Cersei.
Gemma Chan,
Yeah.
who was already in a Marvel movie, which
She
is
was?
interesting. Yeah, she was in Captain Marvel. She played Minerva, I want to say? Blue Alien. The female alien that they fight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
I've only
Who
seen
she
this
was,
one,
Cersei is the lead of this film.
Yes.
And her powers, being able to change,
Basically transmutation.
yeah, objects what she
Not
touches.
living matter to other matter.
Yeah.
So
Which
it was
is
reminding me of Full Metal Alchemist.
yeah, and it's
Oh.
extremely powerful, which I'm glad that she's the one who
Tapped
does
into.
what happens at the end, because that power, honestly, if you give that to a true fighter of the group like Athena, that's handling up so much stuff. Literally, I can change whatever I touch into whatever I want. Like,
That's pretty dope.
yeah, like your weapons are gonna go off the charts.
Yeah.
Then you have Druid, my favorite of the group, and I do not have his name up of who that actor is. Actually, I've never seen him in anything before. He had the mind control powers, which makes him actually really probably one of the most dangerous Eternals.
I hope I don't screw this up. Barry Keoghan.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know.
Then there's Fastos
Fastos, played by
Brian
Tyree Henry.
Henry. I didn't see that.
He was a cool character too.
yes,
Oh,
from
yeah,
Atlanta fame.
Yeah.
Yeah. His powers were.
Paper boy.
He had like technological powers.
Yeah, he was
He
the
could invent anything.
Oh,
He was
so
basically Forge.
he was like the
I like-
engineer of the group. He
I
was
It's
I
like
felt
human,
bad for him.
Human Forge.
I felt bad for him. He invented this cool steam engine. She's like, no. Okay, fine. Here's the plow. It plows
which
dirt.
I do want to bring up.
Sad.
I gotta say it though, the plow was actually one of the best inventions ever made in human history. Like
Yeah.
that advanced farming so much.
Exactly.
To where it's like, yeah, they made a joke about it, but I'm also
It plows
a guy that likes
dirt.
like that type of history. I'm
That
like, no,
appreciates
that's
it.
very important.
Right.
Can you imagine?
I felt bad for him though.
If
Can
he
you
didn't,
imagine just like
Well, it's like doing that report and all. Like you pages upon page, and teachers like, no, it's just a 10-question deal. You didn't have to do a whole essay on it. Like, you fucking kidding me? I did all this research, all this effort.
Can you imagine him just creating a steam engine in the AD time period?
Yeah, like he was so like he was just ready. Like, I know we can.
I
Just do
love
this.
this thing.
Yeah,
No,
imagine if you
fine.
didn't give us the plow. This would be bullshit.
yeah.
We would have done a steam engine first, and I
couple
think the
hundred
world
years.
would have ended.
Yeah,
early.
steam engine first before the plow. He apparently also invented
Where were the
nuclear
Eternals
technologies.
Yeah.
Where was
That
the
took
Eternals
out-
during the fall of Rome? During the Dark Ages?
Oh, no.
They just watch humanity just
Yeah.
Pretty
die.
much. and-
Fastos gave up on humanity in 1945 when he helped them build the nuclear bomb that they used to destroy.
I'm just standing there in the shockwave, like, yeah.
Which, actually, fun fact about the guy who actually invented the nuke actually regretted that. heavily.
Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he interviewed, so he did not like. He knew what he was going to use for, but once it happened and all those people were killed, he was not. He actually got rejected by scientists for that because he was traded to like, I regret making this, because honestly, it's probably one of the worst inventions we ever did. Yeah, it ended the war, but then there's a reason why we're at standoff right now with so many different countries because they also have nukes now.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I was like, oh, well, we got to worry about going to wars with like Russia and North Korea because they have nukes. Yeah, because now everybody's like with the worst weapon ever invented,
I
just
mean,
sitting there
Well,
waiting
now we have
for it.
basic missiles that are far stronger than those nukes.
Yeah, they're making a movie Oppenheimer right now, starring some.
It sucks, but at the same time, what if someone else came up with
Yeah,
it first?
that's the issue.
You know what I'm
is-
saying? And they'd probably be a little bit more liberal with using it on everybody, I'm sure. But
But,
you really gonna tell that guy no?
Because I did see someone was talking about with him, being upset about the nuke thing or whatever was just kind of like, shit, like, oh, that's stupid. Yeah, no, we had to do that to him. I'm like, no, if you actually know the guy who actually did it, felt the exact same way. He didn't, he's like, yeah, an entire city is gone because of something I created.
2 cities.
Yeah, 2 cities are gone because something I created, and I gotta live with that.
And why was he at the blast zone? Was that like
He's Fastos. He could have survived it, so it didn't matter.
Well,
Yeah, they
yeah,
could
top
have showed
minute,
up
that's
for
just-
any situation. They were all scattered at that point. He could have just been in Tokyo or something at that point, or he went to watch the war. Could have
Or he might have created that weapon, then went to Hiroshima and was like, I want to see what this does,
my God.
and then stood there, blasted himself, and he's kind of standing there in the
A
middle of
shockwave
it,
would have
like,
just went around him. Would have been really cool to watch.
what?
Then next you got Makari, who's the speedster.
It was actually a dude in the comics.
And in this, she was deaf.
Yeah.
That
Well, the
Alan-
actress in real life is.
Yeah. Is she?
She's in Walking Dead.
Didn't she watch what I
Yeah.
thought? I was like, I recognized
I didn't
her.
know
I thought
that.
I recognized her
Yeah.
from Walking Dead.
She
What
gets
What season?
more recent ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
Don't
after the
ask
time
me.
jump.
I know people were
Alright.
During
like
the
shipping
Whispers.
her and Daryl together because they were
For a
kinda
while
like,
there, yeah.
like
'cause
Don't
teaming
ask-
up because
don't
she's
ask me
obviously
anything Walking
quiet.
Dead.
It's been a while. So
yeah, they
I,
had a minute.
I haven't seen since
Can't remember her character's
Negan was
name.
Negan was killing them people. So
Yeah, it didn't make too much progress after that. Yeah,
Well,
she's
first
the
2 seasons.
speedster and very.
Fast.
yeah,
Well, now that I'm trying to explain like her character, like she's very interested in like
history.
Yeah,
Learning.
yeah, and
Yeah.
old objects. Like, yeah, she was like collecting shit, which I thought that was cool.
She was a hoarder
Yeah,
in the ship.
Like,
She
I
stayed
like
in the
that
ship the whole
character.
time.
And I'm really tempted to say that that's probably my favorite one if it wasn't for Kingo.
yeah. I'll go next. Go
Yeah, next
Kingo.
one. Kingo and Karun.
Oh, he was
Yes.
great.
Yes,
His
Kingo's
room.
valet. I need a spin-off with him and Jimmy
I
Woo.
know,
Yeah.
right?
Just talking about
Karun.
stuff.
Was
they've
it
been
Karun
doing.
or Karun?
I
I
want to
think
say
it's
Karun.
I think it's
Yeah.
Karun.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Kingo was
Played
one of the
by
Kingo.
Camille Nanjiani.
Yeah.
I want to say.
The
Wow,
comedian.
got that name right.
yeah.
I knew the actor. I've
He
seen
was,
him in some stuff. He's fucking hilarious.
In the modern day, he was the #1 director in Bollywood,
Yes, he was.
doing
For
Spanish.
like 6 generations.
Yeah.
No, this is my great grandfather. This is my grandfather. This is my father. This is me. And me. And me.
Should have him
He is great.
do a spin-off and he meets up with Borat and Azamat.
Yeah.
No, that's
So out of those characters, who's your favorite Eternal?
Oh, we still got one more to talk about. We got
You-
Sprite.
we got
Sprite.
Sprite.
I forgot about
Yeah.
Sprite.
There's so many of them to remember though.
I know.
Yeah, Sprite, who is her power. Well, what's Kingo's powers? He could basically produce.
Finger guns.
Yeah, well, then also he can a little bit of Kamehameha way going on.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he could
He can
Yeah.
energy
charge it up and
blast
make
from
it
his
bigger.
hands.
Right.
Molecular manipulation.
Man, imagine having a kid right now and be like, "Oh, I gotta buy 10 toys." Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eternal. I know. I was thinking because I'm buying the pop figures for this. I wanted to wait until I saw it before I figure out what I get. And I was like, okay, I'm getting all of these. And
Right.
now it was going. I was literally when we were leaving, I was counting in my head all the characters. Yeah, I came out to 10. First I thought it was 9. Like, oh fuck, there's fucking 10 of them. Shit.
To be honest, this is like the biggest superhero team up they've had in
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah, for just a single like group wise. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Other than like Avengers, obviously, but yeah, for just a group, yeah, 10. And then last Sprite, who could create illusions.
Played by Leah McCoo.
Yeah, who's one of the youngest actors in the MCU. I think she's only like 15 or 16 now.
Mhm.
But as
Something
for
like
like,
For Sprite, though, she had to be.
yeah.
Because she's not allowed to age. Which will be interesting in future movies.
Well, I think that's why they spoilers.
Does
You know,
Sprite keep,
well, yeah.
Does Sprite keep her powers though?
Well,
I
they
don't-
made her human.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think that she gets to keep her
Yeah.
powers.
Or she might be acting like a mutant.
Unless she could be like the first considered
Yeah.
mutant, but
Yeah, I think that's why one reason why they took her powers away too is because that actress is gonna age and they're gonna need her to come back later on.
yeah.
Again, like yeah, you're supposed to be 12 and obviously you're 22 now.
Which is something they do in the comics too, is they age her.
Yeah, because like I said, that's one of those things that only ever can work in a comic situation or like an animated situation.
Right.
In real life, the character's gonna age.
Where Bart Simpson's like really 37, but you know.
Yeah, he's had I think what like 4 or 5 like birthdays
Mm-hmm.
since that entire show has been going on, and it's always 10 or some shit.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's Ash Ketchum.
Yeah.
Don't even,
You know, they need a cartoon set of Eternals. It's just, you know, secretly The Simpsons, you know, Ash Ketchum. You got, the Griffins.
Yeah.
Who've been-
Dewey.
I think Chris, Stewie had a first birthday. I remember that in the show. And then Chris had like a 13th birthday. I'm like, dude, the fucking kid looks like he's 25.
No, I think Meg had an 18.
Yeah, Meg actually.
Meg's actually 18 now.
That's right.
She
'cause
aged a year.
Didn't she sleep with Quagmire?
I think she
Yeah.
tried to, or did
I
they?
never cr- they
never
I know
crossed
she
the
tried
boundary.
to.
They didn't cross
She
that
tried to
line.
sleep with Joe too. That was weird.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was one of like the last seasons I watched. It was when Family Guy got really rough for a while.
The
It's
last
probably
season,
still-
I could
It's
probably
actually
say it was like
I've been
no.
watching the new
It's
episodes.
gotten better.
Cleveland's gone
That's disappointing.
Right.
They brought him back.
because that actor.
He didn't.
Oh
wanna do it.
yeah,
he's
which,
done.
He didn't want to do it anymore.
which
well,
I mean,
for
Jesus.
obvious reasons.
Yeah, god damn it, that was so stupid.
Yeah, they didn't.
He had his own
there
show,
was-
no one
there's-
cared, and then
That
he,
show was
the show's
so
great.
good.
then he all of a sudden he cared.
The Thanksgiving episode of the first
The
season.
Cleveland show.
Yeah,
That's
That was
fantastic.
I'm outrageous.
When they had him wake up to that house party and they were playing Whoop That Trick.
As he's getting mad, going down the stairs, and he stops, kind of bops to the song. I'm like, oh no.
That shit was so excellent, man.
Okay, yeah. Eternals.
Sorry.
Eternals.
Yeah.
Side note, Family Guy didn't
okay.
explain it at all.
Favorite Eternal. Mine was Druid because I liked his story of like the reason why he left is because
He just kinda-
all the fighting going on. He's like, I can literally stop this. Like there's just innocent people
I think that
dying.
was the
I can
fall of the
literally
Aztec
stop.
Empire.
Yeah, they
That was
gave
the
a name.
Spanish conquistadors.
Yeah, they
I
gave.
don't ask me how to pronounce that city's name. It's like
Yeah, it would be the conquistadors because they do
Yeah,
show
he just
up
took them all.
right around that time.
Yeah.
The only reason I know that because that movie that Mel Gibson made. Not that I saw the movie.
Apocalypto?
Yeah, not that I saw the movie, but I saw History Buff's review of the movie where he just shits on the movie. Then he has when the conquistadors show up. And he's like, this is not even the same timeline. That's like 300 years later after this.
History Buffs doesn't like Mel Gibson movies.
No. I'm glad you actually know History Buffs.
Oh,
is,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm happy about that. Yeah, he doesn't because none of those movies are historically accurate.
Not
at
we
all.
just kind of took all of them.
Yeah.
And just kind of erased them into like their own private cult.
Yeah, and I don't like what the director said about Braveheart. He said, well, I wasn't trying to tell the story of William Wallace. I just wanted to encapsulate a feeling that I felt when I heard about the story. I'm like, what? You can't do a historical event and be like...
inaccurate.
Yeah, well, not only that, make it to where it's like, oh, I wasn't trying to be.
Unless you call it historical fiction, then you can tweak things.
Well, like 300 is based off of that actual event that happened, but that's not how it happened.
Exactly.
But I knew how they set it up was, this obviously isn't. This is just inspired by that. Yeah.
So I wonder
Inspired
if they made a
events.
historical accurate version of the William Wallace story, would it be better or worse?
Better. I almost kind of got it.
I don't even think they would be wearing kilts though.
No, they never wore kilts.
They didn't wear face paint.
Yeah, no, that was a completely different culture.
Yeah.
Kilts were introduced.
They wore kilts, but they didn't go into battle with kilts.
Right.
That was more of like a...
That's like a ceremony.
Yeah, ceremonial thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't the face painting tribe either. That was a whole weird...
Yeah.
What people think it is. What was I going off with that?
You were talking
no,
about
Outlaw King. That happened. That's a movie. It's on Netflix. That happens after the death of William Wallace. It's kind of the whole Robert stuff that happened there. That's actually that's more historically accurate, even though it's not. But it kind of has more of a feeling. They tried more. Oh yeah, Druid though. Okay, back to
Druid.
that. Yeah. No, he was my. I like that story.
Was it Aztecs or Mayans?
It would be Aztecs.
Yeah, they were conquered by the conquistadors.
Yeah, I just enjoyed that story.
Took them all, form a cult.
And I know he formed his own cult, which obviously, if he's controlling minds, he would. Right. But I like that he just took the step back. He's like, I'm just gonna hang out in this village where people are at. He had that weird relationship with Makari, which was I loved that was how that was pointed out. Like, what is going on? Well, no, they kind of were like that weird flirtatious thing beforehand.
Right.
But then when they showed up in front of him, King goes like, what is this? Mm-hmm. Or Faso was like, well, what's going on here?
We've never seen this, but this is new.
This is weird, but no, I just liked his personality. Like he wasn't, like I said, he might actually be one of the most dangerous ones. Because if he can control the minds of one of the other Eternals, like that's more dangerous than Icarus
about that
is.
Too.
Yeah.
They mentioned that.
He's not strong enough to do that, but if he can, that's dangerous ass fucking powers.
Yeah.
So what are you guys' favorite one?
Oh, my favorite I think was Fastos.
Fastos?
Just because of his power. Like, no, he kind of had a similar revelation. Was he was trying to help humanity grow with his technology that he was inventing for them, or at least pushing them in the right direction to be invented. And he stopped when the nuclear bombs were done. And then he just kind of settled back, started his own family, did the simple
secretly invented.
Yeah, it was kind of a cool character revelation. And then his powers even were really cool. He can invent literally anything on the fly.
And then it looks like he doesn't need materials. He really doesn't need that much time to do it. He just has to have knowledge of it.
Yeah.
It is impressive.
He's the smart one. Like, he'd be the one for strategy-wise you would want in like a war situation.
I don't know. He clipped out Icarus pretty
Yeah,
effectively.
and I enjoyed that they had the guy that wasn't the physical, like the guy mind, and he was able to create stuff to hold him down.
He was afraid of Icarus before too.
Yeah.
But then he was like, you know what? I can bring him down. And he's like,
well, I think it's Icarus. You got to worry about is that physical attack? Is he going to give you time? Luckily, he had other people so he could go for that.
Yeah.
Stop him.
Yeah, Makari definitely was making sure he had enough time to put his plans together. Yeah. As for my favorite, I think I don't know because like I keep going back and forth. Makari was so really much. She was a much better character than I expected.
She was great.
And was very expressive without even having to say anything, which I think is something because like most of these movies, most of the characters, you have to be loud, you have to be in people's face for you to be memorized, and she has her own. What is it like a presence? Yeah. That's it's very great and it's very it almost in your face, but it's
That's why I liked her scenes with Druid because of that too. like not just the flirtation, but the way how they interacted, which was like they weren't even like really talking, just how they were just kind of going back and forth. I'm like, yeah, that's how people act. Yeah, they're here,
right.
And to where everybody knows, like they're not even really saying a word to anybody. They're just looking at each other and just
doing things.
Yeah,
right.
And everybody's like, well, what the fuck's going on over there? Like it becomes like, oh man, they all notice that she has a presence.
But then I like Kingo. But at the same time, like
Kingo's hilarious.
Like I have this thing where I like jackasses, and he almost hits that jackass stage like every time.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. Who's your favorite? Will?
Got two actually.
Oh,
That's what I do.
Gilgamesh, he's a big heavy hitter.
Yeah.
And he's kind of has softy. He's kind of softy too.
Yeah.
I love how they dressed him up like a baby.
I felt bad for his pie though. He made this fight.
I know.
Oh, I just kind of lost his pie.
I was thinking like, man, you probably still saved that, and he just kind of dropped the whole thing. I'm like,
And then just
like yeah, the top was gone, but everything else.
Obviously, he doesn't feel heat.
It's a little airborne. Still
He
good.
just
Still
crushed
good.
it. I felt bad.
God, with me dieting right now, I want like that pie just looked at me. I'm like, I might still eat that.
But at the same time, was it like beans in there? Was it some sort of berries?
I thought it was like a blueberry.
It looked blueberry to me.
It looked
You
like
felt so
berries,
sad,
but I
though.
felt like it was like some sort of kidney bean or something in there. I don't know. I'm curious.
Might have been like meat pie.
Hey, Reddit needs to get on that job, figure out what kind of pie he made.
Oh yeah, man. Give me on that some time.
Right.
They'll have that fucking pointed out.
What was it?
Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is pie.
I'm googling it.
God, that actor, man, I really hope the best for him. Because like I said, the fact that when he got cast, I'm like, oh my god, that's that guy from a Korean horror film, which wasn't something I expected to like start recognizing people from when I first saw it. Like literally, the main actor from Train to Busan is in Squid Games, which we'll actually talk a little bit about that later.
Okay, well, internet's not helpful.
Oh,
I just get a lot of memes.
Oh, that's of course.
Here's your meme from ASDF. What baked you a pie? What for their pie flavor?
Just walk away at that point.
Those are stupid videos.
So what was your?
Yeah, Gilgamesh is the one I thought would end up being my favorite, but wasn't at the end. But yeah, what was your second one? Yeah. Sorry.
Fatos.
It's all good.
Fatos.
Fatos.
Yeah. He was cool.
Yeah, like I said, for a guy like that's actor's not like a physically like big guy, and so they did the technology stuff. So I figured that he would just have more step back. But no, when it came to getting down at the end, they were all in that fight.
The actor was actually told to lose some weight.
He was kind of bigger on Atlanta, but I get it. It's probably better off for him anyways.
Right.
Big softy though.
Yeah.
I mean,
he had a family in that. He cared. Like he actually settled down.
Yeah.
Like when he was sitting there, and Athena was sitting there trying to, almost speared the boy with the orange.
Yeah.
That's great.
And he's like, nope. Yeah, he set his
instincts.
pancakes down and was like, I gotta stop this now.
Yeah, parenting instincts kick in right off the rip. But yeah, he's the only one that actually settled down. Like family, like
I'm surprised.
Cersei was, she had a boyfriend who he actually, the Dark, the Dark Knight, Black Knight, which was very, very because I actually saw it twice and like I picked up on a lot more hints of a lot of stuff.
So I have to watch it again then. You're saying?
Yeah, because like she gives him the ring with his family crest. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, is there gonna go into this?
I just figured since I didn't know anything about him, I just thought it was a Game of Thrones reference there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Hey, when they said he's gonna go meet his uncle, and I was like, oh my god, if Sean Bean showed up, I would fucking.
That'd be funny.
That'd be hilarious. Well, then, because actually, when I saw the movie the first time with last night, it was Icarus who played by Richard Madden, who was also in Game of Thrones. He's talking to the chick Cersei, who that's the name of character in Game of Thrones. It's funny because I heard someone say like, Robb Stark and Cersei. I'm like, yeah, like it's weird that you chose these two actors and they're both going for the chick named Cersei.
Right.
Like, man, that's so on the nose that someone watched Game of Thrones beforehand.
Like I didn't finish Game of Thrones. Sorry.
For one
shot. Why don't you make it through the first 4 seasons? We're
6.
good. You made it through 6? Okay, you're good.
Well, I don't remember it though.
Yeah, you're good. You made it through 6. Don't see that ending.
For one shot, and I don't know why, but Icarus looked just like fucking Vanilla Ice to me, and I could not put that shit out of my head.
Yeah, then you had to tell me that. It's because that weird stripe.
I know.
Fucking thing he had
Oh, that
going on.
gray streak.
Yeah.
Just felt like this is Vanilla Ice right here.
Yeah. Icarus is kind of boring to me.
Well, I think he was kind of supposed to be.
Right.
Because he's
supposed to blend in so he can come.
Oh yeah.
So he can, get that big reveal like, I'm really an asshole.
Yeah. Well, also he doesn't care about humans at all.
No, he's Omni-Man.
Yeah, like he doesn't like their living does not at all.
Okay.
He just doesn't care. That's why it's a whole like he didn't try to do the life thing or like try to do what everybody else was trying to do.
He just kind of floated around like, yeah, I'm okay, humans.
Yeah, because he
Oh,
knew
humans went to war. Okay, cool.
he knew what the overall objective was because Ajax tells him.
Yeah.
I almost said Ajax again. Ajax tells him, so he knows like okay, none of their lives mean anything to me. Like yeah, once they get enough, boom, then we're leaving. They were basically, especially being that they're eternal, and how many hundreds of thousands of people he's met in his life. Like their lifespan, that's nothing to him. Like dude, that's fucking, it's an ant.
Yeah. I like how they founded the city of Babylon. That was funny.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, they left it and the city just fell.
Yeah.
The fall of Babylon.
I liked all the flashbacks because we got different time periods of stuff happening, and
Babylon was the most interesting. What was the other one? I can't think.
Well, the Babylon, we had stuff with the Aztecs. Yeah, when they first got there, which was like,
Mesopotamia.
Yeah,
that was the beginning.
Yeah, that's the very beginning.
3. I feel
What
like
was after Babylon?
It was the Aztecs, I believe.
I thought there was something in between there.
So I'm thinking too. I'm thinking I'm missing one here.
I think Cersei got married.
Yeah, they were in
Mumbai.
No, I think they were in Mumbai later on.
You sure?
Was it?
I could have sworn they got married in Mumbai.
It might have been, okay.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
Welcome back.
I know Mumbai was one of the locations. I'm trying to think when they get Kingo.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Bangladesh?
I don't
know.
remember.
I don't know. Whatever.
Right.
One of us.
I'll have to watch it again.
I'll figure it out. I might watch it again next weekend then.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it again.
Which going off of the time frames of it, whatever. How long they were together before they got married.
Obviously, a few thousand years.
Yeah, that'd be fucking Christ.
Talk about getting to know somebody.
Yeah, waiting on that fucking ring.
Just so they could be a family.
No, but I enjoy family. Yeah. I enjoyed the flashback because this thing is, I know some people I saw online that were complaining about the movies. Like, well, there's too many flashbacks. I'm like, there's 7,000 years of history here. You're gonna need some flashbacks to explain what they were doing and what the fallout.
I did like the Deviant though.
They could really make the film
adapting
like 5 hours and it'd be all flashback, and they still wouldn't be able to tell the full story that they wanted to.
There's probably deleted scenes some after by the movie.
I feel like I know they had to do what they did with the budget they had, and the modern cinema budgets that do what they needed to do. I feel like the Eternals could have been better if it was like a Disney Plus series. If it was a show to explain
there's so much
years,
time.
Yeah, it could have done something like that.
Yeah, that's the thing is with 7,000 years of history, that's so much you got to go through, and also still do modern day stuff.
Yeah.
It's
hard.
Yeah, going back. I think in the next, how they said they split up at that time, and then they were all just doing their own things.
Yeah.
Like they would see each other here or there, other than Druid, who he pretty much said he hadn't seen anybody.
No.
Like he just kind of dipped out.
Who formed a cult.
No, actually no, he did see Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh did get him. But yeah, no, he didn't.
That's how they knew where it was, because Gilgamesh found him.
Yeah, which I mean, good for everybody paying attention where everybody's at.
Right.
Good lord, like they could be scattered anywhere. In the
planet.
entire planet.
And only one of them can move as fast as fucking.
One thing they did mention why they didn't interact with Thanos.
Yeah,
because they could have defeated Thanos like they were nothing.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, they would have jumped in the 10 of them. Yeah.
They only dealt with
really confused.
Yeah, they only deal with deviants.
Yeah. Which I like that explanation because everybody's wondering like, oh man, they've been around for all these years. Why didn't they help them out? They weren't, in their minds, they were told they weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
Right. So they're like, yeah, well, they just kind of figure this out themselves.
I'm curious, though, how next season of What If's going to be now with Phase 4 like this, the way it is.
What if Icarus wasn't a dick?
Yeah. Oh, what if the Eternals intervened?
Yeah, there it is. It's just it shows Thanos shows up in Wakanda and fucking Gilgamesh out of nowhere just fucking punches the shit out of him.
Oh, you just see like Thanos
Takes the gauntlet off his hand.
Yeah,
Right.
Thanos pops up in Wakanda.
Smacks him.
In Wakanda, and you're
Makari's
waiting
just
for,
fucking speed hitting him.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
you just see like
I did find something.
everyone is trying to guard Vision from getting kidnapped, and all of a sudden, bam! Makari brings half the Eternals, while Icarus brings the other half, and they just start wailing on Thanos.
It would confuse the hell out of Thanos.
Like,
though.
who are you guys?
Well, Thanos, I think, would figure out who they are fast.
Well, oh yeah, because
After they find out
technically he's an Eternal too.
I just thought of something that's terrifying is Phantos, and if he makes a weapon for Rocket Raccoon, or if Rocket has any say so in any type of weapon.
I want that guy's.
Technically, Phastos could have made the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah,
He would have made it better.
He would have made it better. Yeah.
Out of nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Done.
Instead of using
He would have let me grab
instead
it.
of using the
Done.
giant dwarfs.
Yeah,
Let
he
it
would have
cool,
liked.
let it
He
sit
would have made it
there.
like a bracelet.
He would have
Right.
liked Tony Stark, honestly.
God, I'm thinking about well, because
He would've
Tyrion
fought-
Lannister made the guy Peter Dinklage plays Tyrion Lannister made it. He's the giant dwarf.
The
Can't
giant
remember his name.
dwarf.
Can't remember his name. So that's 3 actors from Game of Thrones in the MCU.
Yeah. 3.
3, yeah, 3 that I know of. At least off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Nice, not bad.
Oh,
Not
Off the
bad.
top of my head.
Yeah, good for all.
I
of them.
found that actor for Gilgamesh. He actually cooked that pie.
Did he?
Yeah, that whole meal they were eating too.
Yeah.
He cooked all that for them.
Did he
Good
spit in
that
the
is
beer?
That
that
actor
is
cooked
awesome.
everything.
Did he spit in the beer too?
Yeah, let's keep it authentic.
When he chewed the corn with his own
Get your
mouth.
saliva beer away from me.
This
He
is
took another
delicious.
drink.
What did you make? Oh, I fertilized it.
Like
From
fermented
corn
the
that I-
corn.
Chewed off of the
Every kernel.
every kernel, and then had it
Saliva.
ferment in my own saliva.
He's like, yeah. And he's like,
I just,
great.
I
Takes another
love
sip.
when Kingo's like when his valet's sitting there eating and this fucking Thena's just like eyeing him down. He's looking, she's just eating, just staring at him. He just looks so out of place. Like what do I do?
She didn't eat much.
No.
Yeah.
It's like she could just kind of cut my head off right now.
And
I'm
there's-
terrified. I don't know what she's gonna do,
I love
and
that
she's not mentally stable.
They were struggling on the
That's an
idea of
understatement.
okay, do we save humanity? Because the idea of the immersion was when another celestial is born, billions more lives throughout the universe can strive.
Yeah.
And it's a sacrifice of the 7 billion to make several billion more.
Yeah.
As a circle of life, essentially. And they're like, okay, so do we save Earth? Do we save the humans of Earth, or do we allow the immersion to happen? And the valet's just like, I'm a little biased for being human here, but I say save humanity.
Yeah. Which as much as I would like to see Kingo in the fight at the end, I do appreciate that he's like, yeah, like this is supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen. Like,
I'm not gonna
like,
fight you for that.
yeah, because the thing is,
I don't really like his power. Those little hand finger guns.
well, if he had time, he could create bigger blasts.
Oh, yeah.
But he
Well,
was,
yeah,
just,
he
he was
did.
just more of quick
He
shots.
did. He did charge that one. Blew the deviant's face clear off.
But I just like that they all didn't just jump on like, oh, we gotta save Earth. He's like, yeah, I like it here, but
It's supposed to
I
happen.
mean, yeah, like this has
I'm not
been
gonna-
happening. I'm not gonna like kind of like
How do
take
we-
the
yeah,
moral
no, like,
high ground
We're
now.
just men here. How do we stop a celestial?
Yeah, and he's also like, yeah, that's like going in there. I'm just gonna
Like
die.
trying- yeah,
I'm
I'm
just gonna
just-
die. He's still gonna get born, and then we're gonna get sit
I
somewhere
mean,
else.
you guys
anyways.
basically telling me to fight God here. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
I ain't about that. I gotta make my internet videos.
yeah.
Right.
What were those? I don't know.
We all know what they were.
I know.
I'm a movie director, guys. I'm not here to fight God.
Yeah, I make specific movies for the internets for
Yeah.
people to enjoy. I'm not in it for the views.
I'm not in it for the views.
Only one was addicted to a cell phone.
Yeah. Okay.
Seriously.
Well, yeah, that would. Well, yeah.
She's the
Cersei.
one
Because
that had his
you
phone.
think that's nothing to them.
Right.
Like you give Fatos a cell phone, like, oh yeah, he's like, this
I
is
advanced
what
it.
is this?
Some antiquated piece of crap.
Yeah.
Well, he probably used it for his family to blend in.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Or did he help encourage the invention of it?
It's like giving like
Probably. Towards.
God damn, what is his name? The guy who made Microsoft.
Bill
Bill Gates. It's like giving him a typewriter. He's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Or something even before a typewriter, a pen and a piece of paper. We need you to fill.
Equivalent parchment.
Yeah, equivalent. Yeah, it's like what do we
Well,
want to
that's
do
when
here?
he had his husband and his son, and he was like, after the nuclear bomb, he's like, I'm just gonna use my powers to fix my son's bike.
Icarus shot the house.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
He had
Because like
force field.
obviously
Yeah, I
he's
haven't
gonna
been
have-
using my powers. You sure about that? Like, really do.
Let me guess. This table's vibranium. No, it's IKEA.
Yeah,
I felt bad.
Made the house a fortress though, because I mean, as you would if you could. You're like, oh, I can make it so no one could ever break into my shit. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Protect my family.
Actually, you'd probably look at vibranium like, yeah, it's nice, but yeah, I got stronger.
He could design it better.
Yeah.
He could do more with it than what we could.
Exactly.
Take Fastos to Wakanda.
He'd be impressed with it.
He would over like.
Huh, nice.
He would advance that so much.
Done. Unless he knew
I
about
don't think
that.
anybody heard that.
I did.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like even that, like Wakanda's the most
That took me
advanced
all
spot.
So what if Fastos started Wakanda?
He could have been a scientist early on. You never know with the way they moved around. I think we lost Chris.
I'm trying.
We're trying to be a serious podcast here, guys.
I'm
Talking about the Eternals.
So I'm the one with the headphones and connecting to the microphones.
Okay, I'm good.
No, you're not.
I'm good. I'm good.
But
So, yeah, they're done.
5 minutes.
Bunch of 5-year-olds over here.
It was just so out of place to me. Like, we were over here having this conversation, and it was so abrupt. I wasn't ready.
You'll be fine.
Sorry. It was one of the only Marvel films that technically the villain didn't fight. Like, honestly,
No, they kind of fought each other. You're like,
Well, no,
Well, I
the,
mean,
uh,
technically that deviant was a villain.
well, I would
I would
say,
have loved it to do another transformation.
well, I would say the real villain of it is actually,
Tiamat.
yeah, no,
Yeah. Or
the dude-
Ashram.
yeah, Ashram.
Yeah, technically.
Because the deviant, like I don't say he had his justifications, but they were kind of put against each other. And at that point, he's already.
Deviants were
accepted it.
fighting for survival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, they were apex, but yeah, they eat people. Well, they eat. That's what they're gonna do. It's like killing a
But they
lion
also
for
evolved.
eating
They
other
also
stuff.
evolved to adapt to their pride. So they adapted to the Eternals.
Yeah. Which I feel like there should have been probably more with him, but again, yeah, he really wasn't the villain because they weren't. That wasn't the end game for them. It wasn't to stop the deviants. It was to stop Tiamat from being born, but she was put there.
So now there's a big statue in the middle of the ocean
yes.
with a hand and
That
a
seems like a
head.
pretty big event to happen that the Avengers wouldn't have been like, what is happening over there?
Well, I mean, this,
like you'd
this
think
just
Bruce
takes
Banner
place just
or
after.
Captain Marvel would have saw that.
Well, I mean, it just
Captain
happened.
Marvel might not have been on Earth.
Yeah.
True.
And if they would only hear about it on the news. I doubt they got like anything going on. It's in the Indian Ocean, so it's not like it's close.
Okay, maybe Wakanda will. Wakanda only cares about
Yeah.
Wakanda.
No.
I mean,
Well, they would have felt the.
there is a
full
person
earthquakes.
that would care about it, but he's not in Marvel yet, which he needs to be.
Who?
Namor.
Oh, so actually, interestingly enough, I read that Black Panther 2, the antagonist is gonna be Namor.
That would be fucking amazing.
Oh.
Yeah.
The only thing though is they're not gonna win that fight.
No.
There's no way in hell they're winning that fight.
Not without T'Challa.
No.
Fucking Namor, man.
Like, even T'Challa himself, that's a tough battle
Yeah.
for him.
I mean, they are both part of the Marvel Illuminati. But
Although
about
the way we've seen them do to the Eternals, I feel like they're gonna underplay
Yeah.
Namor too.
Yeah.
So
Well, I said they got to a move like Thor is way stronger in the comics. Than he
by
is.
far.
Hulk
He
is
is.
way stronger in the
Yeah.
comics.
Just
Tony Stark has hit feats far more than he has in
Yeah.
the movies as well.
It's just easier in comics just to say like his dude can also do this power.
That and the comics are going
Like,
on for so much longer, so there's
Yeah,
been so
they gotta
much
keep
more.
adding stuff.
There's been so much more they
Like
can do.
the giant head arm thing popping up in the ocean in the Marvel comics. That's like nothing. That's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nothing.
What is
They
it?
gotta
Tuesday,
keep
Wednesday, Alien
They gotta
Invasion?
keep the readers interested in all
Oh,
this
Thursday.
stuff.
Okay, it's a
Yeah.
giant.
Just trying to go to school here, guys.
So it's Thursday.
Why can't you guys ever invade on like a Monday or something?
Right.
You know?
I don't know.
So
Or like
Wakanda
an
would-
early Friday morning, so I get the day off.
right.
Right.
Wakanda would have detected the global earthquakes, though.
Yeah.
And they would have been concerned.
Yeah, there's
Probably, but that's
whether or not they would have,
problem.
but if they would have even known what it was, because okay, earthquake. Well, we got to figure out what it is, and that event.
No, they would have the technology to figure out it's global earthquakes.
I guess the only next set of people that might know what's going on is Doctor Strange and Wong.
Doctor Strange would have been.
They're like, earthquake, what's that? And then they're like, deviant. We're like, what are these creatures in London? Because, Doctor Strange has easy access to London right then and there.
Yeah.
What about here?
But the next day, they bounced around. So it was once they did it, they dipped out of London very quickly.
Yeah.
So I said the way they were moving, they were just going through. They were trying to get everybody. And it was within a couple of days.
Yeah, they were changing like locations like every 5 years or so.
Yeah, so it'd be hard for like someone like Doctor Strange to pick up a location on someone who they don't even know.
That's true, and then he can just...
It's hard to, end up, so I don't know this fucking guy. I just know something happened here. Why go try to figure that out? Wait, what do you mean something's happening all the way over there now?
Yeah.
And they're already gone. They're already out of the Amazon.
So
there's really no one else to...
I got another thing. Were the Eternals in Egypt during the time of Apocalypse? I'm doing kind of comic book era. Or they've crossed paths.
They would predate, I believe. They
Really?
predate.
They was 7,000 years when it was ancient Egypt.
5-3. Something like that. Not that long ago.
Something about that. I got a scroll I just picked up about Egypt.
Nice.
Got it for free.
Nice.
It was at work.
Nice.
It was weird.
Egypt's always kind of interesting.
It's one of the countries I like learning about the most in school. People seem to confuse that history a lot, though.
I like ancient Greece a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, the history of Egypt is weird. It seems like everybody gets it wrong, even though it's like there. Or like just how Egyptians were like placed in textbooks as being like white people when they were just more like a lightly brown people.
Yeah, they were.
Romans conquered all of Egypt and just let Egypt. Okay, you can be Egypt, but you pay tribute to us.
Yeah.
It's.
Well, like Alexander was actually a pharaoh. Like he conquered, got that title, and dipped out.
Yeah,
and then
told Egypt, okay, you're
his
Roman.
Commander, his commander Ptolemy took over after he died. And then his family, that's where Cleopatra comes from. That when she married her brother, who I believe is also named Ptolemy, is weird.
They inbred so much.
Yeah.
Surprised humanity even survived.
Yeah. Well, they know since she had a kid with Julius Caesar.
Yeah, they did.
I think his name was also Caesar.
I think.
Wasn't it Augustus?
It might have been Augustus.
I don't know.
Man, we're doing a weird Egypt.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I forget. So
yeah, it's a country I was very interested in. But yeah, for a while, everybody tried to make them out to be white people, which was weird.
No.
That's why they
said they were lightly brown. Yeah.
Flopped, and I'm happy about that.
Well, it's weird. Chadwick Boseman was in it.
Like,
as a guy.
Like, what 2?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Who's what now?
I never watched it.
Black Panther. He was actually in that Gods of Egypt.
Yeah,
movie.
Gods of Egypt. He played as one of the gods.
Which technically it would be at least like 1 or 2 white people. Yeah, it wouldn't be that many. It wouldn't be all of them, basically.
Right.
Because like I said, there were white people in Egypt later on. Because that goes with the Romans and that conquering Alexander. Because then they started going back and forth.
They were traded between each other so much.
Yeah. That's why they're like Alexandria was named after Alexander the Great, in the Library of Alexandria. That was one of the biggest losses in human history.
Right.
When they burned that down, we lost so much knowledge.
Yeah.
Out of that.
Was it before?
Human history kind of sucks, though. If you think.
Yeah,
we're full of amnesia.
Not amnesia. We're full of a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but enough wars cause amnesia and displaced memory.
Yeah.
Basically, humans were stupid.
Repeat the same.
We're violent. We're stupid.
I was about to say we're angry.
This whole kind of has the proof of what like the Eternals, what they were talking about. Like
yeah, and we're still kind of doing the same thing these days. It's just we're working on it.
We're getting there.
Some of us are working on it.
Yeah. Some people rather stay in the past. I'm like, goddamn.
Come on, giant meteor. Sorry.
At least let me die first. Let's let me die of old age.
Right. I'm tired of paying taxes.
I'm okay if I'm like.
Where's the meteor that makes it so I don't have to pay taxes?
Can I be at like 90 years old in hospice, looking out the window, watching a meteor hit, strike the earth, and I'm like, ding, I made it.
Hit the red button. Red button.
Beep beep. Yeah.
Like that dude in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
What the?
So.
What was our topic?
Yeah, Eternals. So before I think we pretty much said a lot of what we had. So before we move on to the after credit scenes, anybody have any final thoughts on the Eternals or any scene character we want to talk about?
I still like Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
I feel bad for his pie.
Yeah. Well, I know I've told her they can still bring him back because
Ashram they were all
Ashram
created,
has more of them.
And they were all created in Ashram's image. Plus, he
Right.
also kept all of their memories.
Yeah, so I mean, all the characters that
storage.
died could pop
Yeah.
But
back
not
up.
that Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
That set of memories are gone.
Yeah. Well,
Are they though?
If they gather the parts of the
Because he is a
deviants,
celestial. I'm sure.
Yeah,
could figure,
I mean,
he could figure something.
he could
out.
be connected to them
They could
even more than what we know.
Yeah.
well, his body's still intact. They could recharge him.
Yeah.
It's probably like a
Something.
battery.
Yeah.
Pump new.
There's a lot of weird. Yeah.
Pump new cosmic energy into him.
Yeah.
This movie does open the doors for a lot because this is technically a new historical event in Marvel in MCU history.
I'm surprised humans.
Because it
never
started
found
with the
any
Battle
deviant,
of New
like,
York,
DNA.
then it was Sokovia, and this phase seems to be giant hand coming out of the ocean.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a lot more space and time type deal going on.
Yeah.
Actually, I was
Multiverse.
wondering, cause did they like the inaccuracies with Shang-Chi with the timeline? Did they ever fix a time for this movie?
It's
Like a
after
year?
the snap. That's all we know.
Well, that's what I'm
Because
saying.
they bring
Yeah,
it up.
the population
that's right.
wasn't-
That's
They
right,
never
I
give a
forgot
year.
Shang-Chi
They just say
had-
present day. They
That's
never
right.
give a time. They just say present day.
No,
They mentioned the
Yeah,
Endgame timeline.
yeah.
It said 5 years ago this happened.
They said they get delayed Tiamat's emergence
Yeah.
because the population wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, then they came back. So it takes after Endgame. So my guess is this.
Technically,
Shang-
Thanos saved the world from
Yeah, a
Tim.
little bit.
He delayed it.
Yeah.
Another reason to call him a good guy, right?
Yeah, I know, right? He was always
Captain
right.
Genocide over here.
Yeah. That sounds like just like, no,
You know, maybe
no.
that's why he didn't double resources because he did the math and knew he probably had
He couldn't know.
he probably knew what Celestials were,
Right.
Yeah.
and he was probably like, "This planet's got one.
Yes,
I can fix it."
Well, I don't think he knew.
Although it wasn't. Didn't he do all life in the universe?
It was
Yeah.
in the universe.
the entire universe got halved.
Yeah, so he could have delayed it even somewhere else as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I mean that is very.
I'm surprised none of the Eternals vanished with Final Stones.
Well, they said they're not technically.
I think
alive,
they're like
maybe.
outside of the parameters of that.
But
'Cause
the
they're like-
Infinity Stones are older than the universe.
Because they're basically what Vision is.
Like an
As
automaton almost.
basically a synthetic being.
Right.
Yeah.
Like something that's created.
They're
and
not synthetic
born.
beings in the
Yeah.
comics, though.
No.
Which is the slight
Alter,
change. Is
yeah.
that yeah.
Which,
In the comics, they're humans, and
Yeah.
there's being. It's
Right.
it's different.
which again, I mean,
'Cause they can't-
those two eternal fans, come on now, just accept your changes.
Come off it, guy.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, when I first saw the movie, I was a little disappointed, but same time, none of us knew what was going on. I mean,
No.
they changed Shang-Chi so much up, and we were welcoming those changes because
Yes.
there's bad history behind
Well,
that.
yeah, they also do.
It's
They,
a story
they changed
told well.
Guardians up a lot.
Yeah, by far.
Peter Quill.
Well, Drax is nothing like that. In the comics. He's
yeah.
actually more serious. And
He's a
shit.
human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's basically,
he is.
he's
He was
basically
a-
Marvel's Spawn.
He was like an accountant that played the saxophone.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
basically had the
Oh,
Spawn
I didn't know
happen to
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
where he became a demon essentially.
Yeah.
He's resurrected into that form.
Like I
Cool.
I
read
forgot
up on
about
that.
that.
I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
his family
Cocaine,
was
I gotta
killed
do
by
more reading.
Thanos, but
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
He's from
Keep it away from
California.
Right.
Keep it away from Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
I actually
just
saw
keep
this.
that cocaine
There's
away
this
from Superman.
there's this Tic Tac, this TikToker. Tic
I,
Tac.
I say tic tac to get on my kids' nerves.
There's this TikToker guy who will literally act like he's both MCU and then comic book character equivalent, and do as if they're talking to each other to just try and compare what the movies got, what the comics got. And it's real. He did Drax the Destroyer, and it was funny. He's like, "Oh yeah, so you're from?" So he's like, "Yeah, my family was killed for Thanos. Mine too." "Oh, so where you from?" And then he said the planet that they said in Guardians. He's like, "No, I'm not. I'm not an alien. I'm from California, Burbank, California."
Oh, Barbara. All the important ones are from like New York or California.
Yeah.
Where are Midwest heroes?
Yeah, Toledo, Ohio, superhero. Where are you at?
Marvel didn't think that.
Probably on the
Where's
east side.
Meth Man at?
Probably on the
Don't
east side
say
somewhere.
that.
Yeah.
Just a random thought. They're
Wait,
all.
what would you say is worse, South Toledo or the east side?
East Side's
East
definitely
side.
trashier. South Toledo at least has some good parts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But East Side, is that going to a third world country?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what I heard, best I heard it was described was, it's a trailer park for just for every race that ever exists. That's what the East Side is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like the ghetto of every race.
Right here, we're in West Toledo, by the way, for those listening.
Hopefully listening.
For those, outside Toledoans that outside people.
Toledoans.
Yeah, we're Toledoans. For those listening outside of Toledo who don't know how big Toledo is, we've got 4 sides of it.
Wow. Right. I think every city has 4 sides. But
Yeah, but I've never heard them say. I mean, there's not
What about Northwest Toledo?
a South Detroit like there is in the song,
No.
There is no South.
but there's a South Toledo.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that side.
We didn't get that crazy when we came.
Yeah.
Up with
Oh
names.
wait, no. Actually, there's 5 sides if you count the old West End, which isn't
It's
even.
still the fucking one.
That's the North
That's
End.
more than North End.
Yeah, it is.
Geographic doesn't even suck. We're in West Toledo, but we're closer now.
Right.
Like I said,
We're like
historic-
northern
closer to Michigan.
Remember we talked
Right.
about this. Humans are stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. God damn it.
So onward with the.
Post credit scene.
Oh,
Thank you.
before we actually do that, there was something I've just seen it again. I had ideas pop up in my head. But remember I brought with Shang-Chi with the rings. I brought up the whole Galactic, which I think is a stretch. And
They're older than the Eternals.
Yeah, that's actually making me think because we had brought up if they do Galactus, have him be a celestial. He's just eater of worlds, where this one was
Rogue
creating.
Celestial.
Yeah, he was creating.
Instead of
worlds.
creation, he's more destruction.
Yeah. He could have, if they want to do a Galactus, he could have had his own group sent there, and they made those rings sort of like Phasmos was making his own, so they could connect. And some reason those got left behind because of history.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, is
So that actually, those rings could be connected, to, like I said before, about someone connected to.
well, interesting with Galactus' backstory. Ashram in here did mention the creation of the universe.
Mhm.
I don't know if he. I don't remember. Did he say it was the 7th or the 6th coming of the universe?
Well, there were 6 celestial.
No, the universe, not the Celestials.
Oh.
Because in the comics, the Marvel continuity, I think is the 7th, and
Might be.
Galactus is actually from the 6th universe. Technically,
You could play it off as Rogue
every
Celestial.
universe has the embodiment of the universe itself, and Galactus is a human, or not a human, a living being fused with the 6th embodiment of the universe, transferred over into the 7th universe, and that's why he's the world eater.
God, I gotta start doing mushrooms and start writing shit down.
I'm sorry.
Cause man, that is who
I'm telling
the
you.
fuck came up with that?
Yeah, they're like, okay, so yeah, there's a 7th. Yeah.
Jack Kirby and Brain Fart Stanley.
You know, I
And
respect.
it's-
Jack
the
Kirby.
living-
I respect those
That
two
living
so
word-
much, but I know they were doing drugs.
Yeah,
I don't
living
got that
humanoid
confirmed,
is
but-
from the 6th
Right.
universe too. It's like a 6th universe Earthling, or Earth wasn't in the 6th universe, but yeah, because the 6th universe embodiment knew that the universe was ending and getting reborn, didn't want to die, so he fused with a human or whatever, and transferred over into the new beginning, which was the 7th universe, the main continuity as it goes on.
Good lord.
Yeah.
You got it. Well, who made Galactus? Season
What?
one.
No,
I thought
I'm
that's what you were
looking
looking
at something else.
Oh,
I think it was
yeah,
Jack
who wrote-
Kirby because
okay.
Jack Kirby made.
Jack Kirby was credited in the credits. If you guys didn't notice.
Well, I'm saying
Yeah, he was
Jack Kirby
original
did
creator.
Silver Surfer.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
That was the big fight that he had with him.
Yeah, he was definitely more of a space guy. He wanted to really go out there with that. And looking at people he's created.
Stanley and Jack Kirby created Galactus hand in hand.
Yeah, God lord, yeah, they were on some drugs.
That was the 70s, though. I
They
mean,
were on the good stuff then.
that's when Stephen King was writing books, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
They were all doing drugs together.
Cocaine it carried.
I kind of want to, take a step into their shoes and see what I can do with my own comics that I've been writing, so.
Steve
Just get some
Ditko, that was
shrooms, man.
the guy with Spider-Man.
Yeah, I've got some pretty good ideas going on. I want to see what drugs can do to them.
Yeah. So after
Elevate my mind state.
after credit scenes, we got 2 of them.
Mhm.
First one, we got fucking Star Fox.
Arrows, yeah.
Pip the Dwarf.
Yeah, Pip the Dwarf voiced by Patton Oswalt. Which I
Yeah, and at
enjoyed
first he
that.
pops up and he's announcing the invitation, royalty, Prince of
Titan.
crap, Royal Prince of Titan, brother of Thanos, and you're like, Thanos is our brother, and it's Eros, played by Harry Styles.
I didn't need that, but
I have no
he does
idea.
look.
I don't know
like
who that is.
Although, based on his
he's
powers,
a pop singer.
That's why.
One
Okay.
Direction.
That explains everything. Why I don't understand
At
it.
least it ain't Ed Sheeran.
based on his power, Harry Styles is probably the best choice for him because he is basically that type of guy.
Yeah.
but he's got that ego. His powers are literally, he's standing. Say I'm standing here, and all you guys are getting happy that I'm here. So basically, what his power is, he emits euphoria.
The drugs.
Yeah.
The drugs.
He emits. In some ways, he can also seduce people in the same way. He can make people fall in love with each other.
Also, he's Mr. Nimbus. If anybody saw the latest season of Rick and Morty.
Well, that's Cupid.
Oh.
That's Eros.
Yeah.
Cupid.
Yeah, he can.
Nice.
I
I
don't know
forgot
what
about
that
that.
is.
Yeah.
Eros is Cupid.
He is an Eternal himself.
But yeah, that's the
And
name.
technically, Thanos is
No,
also an
Stanley
Eternal.
was not on drugs. He was very anti-drug.
At least to the
Technically,
public. Kirby was on all the drugs.
Let me figure that one out.
technically, Thanos is also an Eternal, but the reason he looks the way he does is because he was born with something called the Deviant syndrome.
Yeah, the deviant gene
Yeah.
or something
Which
like
he's
that.
yeah,
'cause, like, none of
basically a
his
little
people
bit,
look like
little
him.
drop of deviance into the Eternal genome turned Thanos into what he is.
Yeah. So then they're gonna go, try to find the rest of the
Oh, there's
Eternals
Reddit.
who were
I'm
kidnapped
going to
at the
Reddit.
end.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah,
Let's see.
So interesting to see where that goes. We're definitely doing so much more space stuff now.
I'm okay with it. I like it.
I don't like space stuff, so this is gonna be a little bit different for me.
I'll be okay as long as they give the Shi'ar Empire and the Starjammers. I'll be all right. after that.
Yeah, it should be the Shi'ar Empire. Should be.
Isn't the Shi'ar X-Men?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
as,
that's
soon as,
what Dark Phoenix was about.
as soon as we get to the Shi'ar and
Or-
well, Starjammers is
That's
X-Men
what
too.
Dark Phoenix was supposed to be about.
Because the leader of the Starjammers is Cyclops' father.
The Shi'ar.
So-
That's actually.
Lilandra,
Who
Gladiator.
am I thinking? No, I'm thinking of.
That's-
I was thinking of fucking Star Lord's dad.
Jason.
Jason,
Spartax.
Jason, Spartax. Yeah, okay, that's the wrong empire. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I'm not good
Jason
with the whole space
Sparta,
stuff.
Spartax.
Yeah, I'm not good with space
Comic
stuff.
book Star-Lord's dad, not ego. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, space
Okay.
stuff for some reason just doesn't connect with
Jack
me.
Kirby experimented, but wasn't really heavy into it.
Oh.
Just shrooms.
Interesting that
Yeah,
you admit
that
that.
explains it.
Yeah,
I ain't
since
fuck- I-
this Marvel
best I can
space
find.
stuff, it makes you think you want to do drugs. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's the most
See.
psychedelic, wacky thing you can think.
What was it, Guardians 2 when they did
Because I've been
those jumps?
lately, I've been doing some research on the Marvel's comic book space stuff, and it is wild.
Yeah.
Space.
I mean, I could even explain to you
Space
how
Force.
the origins of the symbiotes are from the god Null.
Yeah, that just happened a couple years ago in the comics. Yeah,
Yeah.
they gave
Yeah.
a symbiote god.
I
What
guess-
the fuck?
Yeah, I guess Sony wants to go in that direction.
Sony let's just calm down, Sony. Yeah, let's calm
No,
down.
Sony. It makes money, so
Yeah, calm down.
I like
And
money.
Null was a cool idea, though. I mean, it kind of.
I like money.
Yeah, I like the idea, but it's just they need to figure stuff out before they keep trying to
More
make.
drug-inducing stuff.
Yeah,
Drugs.
but yeah. So that then second one we get Black Knight getting his sword.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, the Ebony Sword?
He had the
Yeah.
ebony blade, and he was touching it, and then you hear a voice like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Turns out that voice was none other than Mahershala Ali.
Who's playing Blade?
Yeah.
That is a name to pronounce.
Yeah.
It's one of those names I can pronounce it because I've heard it a couple of times, but then there's other names that I've always struggled with.
Oh yeah. I didn't-
Harder names I gotta hear a couple times, especially me being a soccer fan. I gotta really listen to a lot of names being said. But yeah, no, I'm happy that Black Knight we're actually getting him with the sword instead of him just being a character in the movie, which I kind of thought that's what he was gonna be by the end of it, until he brought up to Cersei about he's like, well, there's something else I gotta tell you. I'm like, oh yeah, you're gonna actually say this.
He's like, I've got
you're
a
not just a
complicated
name that we're not
My
gonna
family
bring up.
history's a
He's
little
like,
complicated.
my family history's a little complicated.
And then all of a sudden the sky opens up.
Yeah.
Which was kind of a cool thing.
I felt
mean,
bad for him.
Yeah, man.
The Celestials were not nerfed in this movie, but the Eternals were.
Yeah. Which I think it's leading up. They're going to be fighting a Celestial, which I think is just going to be they're going to do Galactus, unless it's going to be a lead up to
Yeah.
Galactus. They fight.
They might just like we just talked about the drug-inducing backstory of Galactus, so
Sure, why not?
it might just be better to make him a celestial, world-leading celestial.
Yeah, just make it
Rogue
simpler.
Celestial, I'd be happy with that.
Because you explained what he was, and even I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like, okay, guys.
He's embodiment
You're
of...
not going to be able to put that.
He is the embodiment of the 6th universe. We are in the 7th.
Yeah.
So how
Just
do
make him celestial.
Just
Make it simple.
Make him like a rogue celestial.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were gonna reference when Asherim was talking about the creation of the universe. I thought he was gonna bring up numbers like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
no, he's like here's a world forge.
there is Cain. Gotta be honest. I don't know what they're doing with him either.
He's not even a space villain, but they're going in the space direction. He's kind of a space guy.
He's a time traveler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's like
Time travel from the
that.
multiverse.
Yeah. Like in the comics, he's like time. Yeah, time multiverse. Like 1,000 years, so he's like an alien, but not, I don't know. He's
52nd century, something like that.
Yeah, he's like.
Yeah. I guess this it's gonna be half space, half multiverse of Phase 4 so far.
Space Force.
Because I don't know about Guardians 3, but I know Thor 4 and Doctor Strange. So far, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Thor are the only ones confirmed to have a multiverse connection.
Gotcha.
Because Thor is supposed to introduce his multiverse characters,
Lady Thor.
and especially the Thor core.
Better get Beta Ray Bill.
Oh yeah, the Thor core.
They've already showed him.
Oh yeah, it's rumored
Showed a
that
statue of him in Thor.
it's heavily rumored that the Thor core will be the main
that?
team of Thor 4, which is a bunch of variants of Thor that has to do with the main Thor, the Jane Foster Thor, Beta Ray Bill Thor, and a couple other Thors that are there.
Yeah, I got a feeling Thor's gonna die. I just hope they don't keep Jane Foster Thor, because that I've read that story. That's a cool story, but then
they might just keep her a variant as it is from another universe. Because
she-
that's what they do in the comics when they introduce the Thor core.
Yeah, like
They're
she ends
just a
up
bunch of
dying.
variants.
They're just a bunch of variants of Thor.
Yeah.
That led by the main continuity, which main comic book universe is called Earth 616.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not that huge on the Jane Foster Thor.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a good story that they did, but it had its beginning and end, and it ended, and she died. But she don't think that the hammer was the only thing technically keeping her alive. So.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do all of that.
Yeah, as I said, it's one of those. It's like a cool idea. I really don't think they really need to make it into the film, but Marvel's doing that more.
The other rumor is that
money.
they're gonna introduce the origin of the X-Men in Doctor Strange. It's very heavily rumored that Professor X will be in Doctor Strange as a multiverse character.
As long as I get to see him die again, I'm good.
Are we gonna have Patrick Stewart again?
I
God,
don't
I
know.
hope
We don't
not.
know any of that.
Or are we gonna?
All we know is Scarlet Witch is
McAvoy.
supposed to fight him because she's crazy now.
McAvoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
McAvoy, Stewart. This universe is confusing. Sorry. Sorry.
Deadpool's supposed to just pop right up into the Marvel universe.
Deadpool needs to be the
same
new
way
cameo
Venom
guy.
did. I'm hoping
Ryan Reynolds just walk around.
I want to see
Right.
Ryan Reynolds in Spider-Man 3's post-credit scene. I'm just saying.
He's got to be the new Stanley.
Oh no way! He's supposed to be. It's confirmed that after Phase 4, he will be a cameo in every movie.
Just kind of Ryan Reynolds.
After Phase 4, holy shit,
I
that's
think.
like 3 years from now.
Yeah, I know.
Because they just push everything back again.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Next year, there's not the lineup that we had originally thought it was.
They've
Right.
been changing the lineup like 3 times though.
Yeah. Well, no, they moved, like, everything got pushed back like 2 months.
Yeah.
So, like, I think the next movie's supposed to come out in February is like April now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they bumped
Yeah.
it.
Anything in 2022 got delayed.
It's a slow-moving process they got going on.
Well, yeah,
I'm just
there's just so
excited
much
for
going on.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Great.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, so I think that wraps up Eternals. Guys want to give your guys scores?
Yep.
Oh,
But
yeah.
do we on a proposal? Do we want to change it put the 2 rated scores on a 1 through 10 scale, or do we just want to do Eternals as 1 through 5?
Yeah, let's do 1 through 5 today.
1 through, because I think it technically is a 1 through 10, but I mean, I think we would all put this in a good category.
Okay.
anyways.
Yeah, and as a vote, we are gonna say this is a good movie.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Then 1 through
Good
5.
move.
I think I'd have to go Way with the Gun.
Yeah. I still gotta see the movie now.
That was number 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was 2.
Wait,
That was
number
number
2?
two.
Oh, what was
Yeah.
1?
1 is Cap holding Mjolnir.
Oh, I'm somewhere toward in between there.
I'd say Way of the Gun.
Between 1 and 2, then.
Somewhere.
Way of the
What was
Mjolnir?
number 3?
No, I am your father.
No, I'm your father. Okay, yeah.
No, I am
Wait,
your father. That's where I'm gonna put it at.
I'd put it.
Because I would rank this right next to Suicide
Yeah.
Squad, and that's
Yeah.
where I would
I
honestly
think
put
I'm
Nah, I'm
Suicide
gonna stick with
Squad.
2.
Let me say no, I'm your
Whatever,
father,
two.
because initially I was disappointed in the movie, and then the more we talk about it, it's kind of being a little better than it is.
Technically it's the Game of Thrones of the
Yeah.
MCU. Well, even though Inhumans was supposed to be that, but
Right.
yeah.
I started watching Inhumans, by the way. I watched one episode.
But yeah, like even with
Yeah, it is.
So is
They're
Inhumans still MCU, or are they just going to try and retcon that?
They're not even gonna bring it up again.
Are
They're not. They're not gonna do Inhumans again, unfortunately.
I watched an episode.
that'd have been dope though.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I have no desire to watch episode 2.
No, that show is terrible.
I think
Great cast.
The
Terrible
idea
show.
was there.
Yep. Great cast. Terrible.
I don't know what went wrong. Probably.
That is the showrunner that did the last seasons of Dexter, and he did the first season of Iron Fist. So not a good track record at all from that guy.
I liked Iron Fist.
He did the first season. Second season's way better.
I still have to watch that.
Oh, yeah.
Second season's way better, but
We're behind on all those shows.
he did the last 4 seasons of Dexter. So yeah,
I can't.
not a good track record.
I
for
watched
that
the
guy.
first episode. I grew up a little bit on my mom watching Dexter, and I caught a couple episodes here and there. And I'm like, oh, this is a good show. I watched that first episode, and I'm like, I don't even think if I should keep watching this. Like,
Everybody says first 4 seasons are great. It's after that.
Oh,
so
it's
it goes
good.
downhill.
It was
They
good.
changed, and that guy takes over.
it was
and
just so
fucking
wild.
plummets. Yeah, no Iron Price. I put it up there with
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Suicide Squad.
I'll give
I think it's better than Black Widow.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Better than Black Widow. Up there with Suicide Squad and Venom 2. I really enjoyed Venom 2 more than I did
Oh
most.
yeah.
More than most people did. I got all 3 of those.
If you got to
the same.
compare it with Shang-Chi, what would you say?
Not as good as Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi's
Shang-Chi's
still
better.
my top of the year.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi I would give, because we didn't have this scoring system then, I'd give Shang-Chi away the gun all day long.
Yeah.
Okay.
If not higher.
Yeah, it's just pretty close.
Way the Mjolnir.
Like I said,
Yeah.
that I needed that martial arts film, the martial arts epic, and I you don't see that often anymore. So
Yeah, I think that sums it up. Next thing.
Squid Game.
Yeah, but we'll do. So this will not be a spoiler review of it because not everybody here's seen everything. I know.
Yeah.
How many of you guys seen at least the first
Just
episode?
saw
First
the
episode.
first episode.
You guys saw the first. Me and Terrell saw the whole
Finished
thing.
it. Yeah.
Why?
It was excellent.
It gets a lot. It gets a lot better.
Yeah.
It is a. I'll say it's a great. I don't say great. A little under great show. Here's the thing with I would just give my history is I've seen this concept done, and I saw the best version of this concept already done. So I'm kind of like where everybody is looking like, oh my god, this show is crazy. I've never seen something like this. I'm like, I watched Battle Royale.
Right.
So I watched the highest tier that you can do a show like this.
What show would you say does it best?
Oh, it's Battle Royale.
Battle
Battle
Royale
Royale's
is dope.
film is far superior in this. Not saying that Squid Games is bad by any means at all, but it's like that's the best. And I saw that first.
And honestly,
It's like Hunger Games is below Squid Games, and then like Battle Royale's up here. Then I put Batum, and then Squid Games.
you have to put that on your read list. Battle Royale.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's so good.
I know.
I mean, the movie still it still
Excellent.
has stuff like one of my favorite characters in there was Takako. Remember Gogo from Kill Bill?
Yeah.
She was Takako in that, and she was like a very like athletic woman, girl, I
Yeah.
should say,
Yeah,
and she ends up basically almost surviving so she can meet with her mate in that movie in Battle Royale.
Gotcha.
It's
I gotta rewatch Battle Royale. It's been a while, but yeah, I saw the best version of that. So Squid Games actually, it's a. I want to say it's It's basically a survival tournament to the end.
Yeah.
I want to say survival movie. It's really not that. But it's a tournament basically of surviving to the end. It's a Korean film, a Korean show.
Hilariously dubbed.
it's
Yes.
the way
I did watch
played.
that.
It almost feels like a movie.
Yeah, well, it's 9 episodes long, Netflix original, and it
I
kind of
guess
took.
there's no plans for another season.
There really shouldn't be,
It shouldn't be.
because honestly, it's got an open. I know you have got that. It's got
it's
an open
open,
ending, but you don't need a second season, and I feel like they would probably hurt it by doing a second season.
So
But-
it would be an unnecessary story to complete the story.
Yeah, if once you
Unnecessary
finish the show, I'm okay with more. I don't need more though.
You're satisfied.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Like they tie up most 99% of the loose ends that are in there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think the story is interesting. I like that the games that they play are child's games, because it makes you rethink a lot of shit. Like if they did it over here, like a lot of the games for like a U.S. version would be completely different. Which please, U.S. audience, don't make your own fucking version of this show.
They're going to.
They're going to.
The idea's already there. Someone's floating around.
God damn it. They're going to, and they're going to ruin it.
Look, I asked for...
I know, they ruined Death Note, so...
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I asked for that Final Fantasy Tactics remake, and apparently that... I mean, not remake, but remaster, but that's probably in the pipeline. I wish that ended
That
up
first
being...
episode of Squid Game was pretty crazy, though.
It kind of dragged on, though.
The beginning story dragged on quite a bit, and then that second half, when they started entering
Red light,
the Squid
green
Game,
light.
and then red light, green light,
Everyone did.
Yeah, well,
panic.
once you
Like,
guys get to the part where they actually start playing the game, the story picks up and it's going. It's all set up. First episode's always just all set up. It's hard to get honestly a good first episode for mini shows.
Yeah.
The two best first episodes I think I've ever seen are Walking Dead and Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
Those are two best first episodes. Everything like The Wire's first episode's not that great. Breaking Bad's is not that great.
The one show I think I mentioned before, Good Girls, had a really good first episode. There's like so much happened in that first episode that keeps you hooked on.
I'm trying to see what I really enjoy the cast for Squid Games. Once you guys meet all the characters, like there's so much. Like
I don't know.
for being
What, the voice cast or the
The
English
actual
voice cast or the actual actor?
the actual actors.
Yeah.
Because like now I'm gonna be looking for those actors.
Right.
Seeing the stuff like actually the one that guy from Train to Busan is actually in the first episode from it. He's not a part of the main crew, but he's a side character. In the fact that I love that movie so much, I picked up like, oh my god, that's that guy. Like so I'm hoping to see these guys later on.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And other things. I enjoyed the concept of it. I've seen that done better, and that's the only reason what brings it down for me. Like if I'm gonna rate the actual season overall, it's Way of the Gun.
Yeah.
Even though I'm saying I'm ranking that lower, but it's just to get to that top tier. That's what Battle Royale is.
I can only rate one episode.
What I like...
It's not saying much.
What's different about that than... like what you said was Hunger Games. I don't know if the book is different, but like you didn't really get a lot of backstory. You didn't care about any of these other characters.
You don't get much backstory in a Hunger Games book either.
Right. Well, I haven't read them. So
I read the first one, and
I've only seen the first movie.
I've seen the first two movies.
I've seen them all. My wife loves them.
Do they get better?
Second
I
film
thought the first
is
one was
amazing.
I read the first.
I watched the first one. I
book
thought it was
in school.
unnecessary.
Back in the day.
I didn't mind
The
it.
concept was kind of weird.
Yeah.
My main issue with Hunger Games is I can't stand the main character. I don't like Katniss. I don't like her. She's annoying as shit, and it gets brought up in the second film that they don't tell her certain stuff for just reasons. Like there's a big conspiracy going on that she's not told throughout the second film until the end of it.
Right.
All these characters were involved in. I'm like, why didn't you guys tell her? Oh yeah, because she's just
Stupid.
Even
She'll
though
just jack it up.
yeah, she messed
She'll
up, and they
just jack
basically
it
said, no, you just have to be the person doing this stuff.
You're the
We're
figurehead.
doing everything. Yeah, you're the figurehead, basically. We just need you to, I'll say stand there and look pretty, because that's really not it, but we just need you to be the face. We're going to do all the work, though.
Right.
Here, you
We're
talk
the
this stuff,
revolution.
we'll do stuff.
You'll be on the poster.
Yeah, you'll be on the poster. We're going to do all the work, though.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I don't like this character that much. She kind of sucks. Especially in the second film. Like, oh my god, and they introduced all these other characters. Like, oh my god, they are all way more interesting than you are.
Right.
And can all fight better. And all are
But
just
we don't
better.
know much about them.
Yeah, no.
Right. But that's one thing I really liked about Squid Game was the fact that you get to care about some of these characters.
Everyone had the same backstory though. They're all in horrible debt.
Right.
Yeah, but the reasoning behind that becomes a lot more clear once you get everybody's backstory, like different things they did and what's their life.
Yeah.
They what some of them
elaborate in
are
it.
fighting for and what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's where it is. Because you get to 9 episodes, you get 9 hours. So they try to fill in each character to where, yeah, when you get like to last
I
like
don't know.
4 or 5 people.
I was liking the old guy in the first episode.
Yeah, the old guy's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's one of the most interesting characters. in there.
Actually, yeah. I can say that too.
Yeah, there's so many like good stuff you'll get later on with those characters. You're like, yeah, when it comes to the end, I'm
Because
like,
even like the Bruiser guy, you know what I'm talking about? He was actually pretty interesting character too.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't expecting to like him on any level, and he was somewhat likable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he was still an ass, but
I mean, my favorite character is the main female character of the show,
yeah.
which I cannot remember her name right now. I want to say you know, because that's a
Hold on.
Japanese name. she would be my favorite, and I thought her entire story was incredibly interesting.
Okay, don't murder me. Sebyuk.
Yeah.
Sebyuk.
Yeah.
That's a name.
Yeah.
It's Korean.
It's Korean.
Are a little bit different. Which actually, kind of the funny thing is
Not bad
actually,
looking.
yeah.
Picture's not bad looking.
Actually, Japanese names might be the most European type Asian names. In all honesty,
Yeah,
because they're a lot more. They're a lot easier to pronounce. Like when it translates to English.
They're reversed though.
Yeah.
You gotta say their last name first.
Well, that goes for like a title thing. Cause like you don't say someone's first name unless you're close friends with them.
Close
So,
family.
Yeah, because you use their family name. Because
Right.
I'm not that if we weren't as close as we are, I would be using your last name.
Yeah.
Because it's disrespectful for me to talk to you in like a
First,
literally a first name
personal.
basis if we're not on that fucking term.
And then that's when you get the suffix kun after that, when you become like almost family, like really good friends.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you use san.
If I got a nickname that like my buddies call me, and then like my random supervisor at work uses that nickname, even though I didn't ask him to use it. He just heard someone say it and started calling me. I'm like, what the fuck wrong, dude?
Oh, did you tell us that last night? When we were at B-Dubs?
No.
Oh.
No, I was just saying that would just be weird.
Oh, yeah, you said...
I'll be so thrown off.
Your one supervisor calls you something from your jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he calls something wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kung fu.
Yeah, he says kung fu. And I'm like, I don't do kung fu, and I just got tired of like
You're doing that Wing Chun.
something. I got something going on. She bang or something. I don't know. A guy at work brought up that song. I'm like, you know what's sad about the She Bang guy on American Idol? He was mentally handicapped, and they just put him on there to make fun of him.
Right.
Oh.
I didn't know he was actually mentally. I found that out like a year or two ago.
Was.
Yeah, he was mentally. He wasn't all there. Yeah. And they just put him on like, oh, he says a song and it's funny. I'm like, goddamn, American Idol, man, ready to just ready to be d-bags.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm glad that he enjoyed himself and then people loved him. Yeah. That's what I love about him.
I just hope somehow he made some money off of that.
Right.
So, Troy, being that you actually saw the whole thing, what would you rate it?
I'll go with the way of the gun because I mean, you make a good point. Like, I really enjoyed reading Battle Royale, but I bet if Squid Game was in book form that I could read or whatever, I'd probably enjoy it.
It's my third for that type of deal. I've seen 4, at least I can name off the top of my head, and Hunger Games is the lowest. Battle Royale is 1, Batum is 2, and then Squid Games would be 3.
You seen Belko Experiment?
I know what you're talking about. I've not seen it.
It's alright.
Some reason when you said that, I clicked on what it is, but then I thought it was a Serbian film.
A Serbian film? I still haven't seen that.
You don't see that. Do not fucking see that film. People listening, do not watch that film.
A Serbian film and Irreversible are 2 films I kind of want to watch, but I'm really just like, ooh.
Why?
I'm pretty sure I'm on a list for seeing a Serbian film.
Right.
What's wrong with Serbian film?
Both of those films you really don't want to watch.
No.
What's wrong?
It's not even an enjoyment thing or like it's so bad. It's like this film should not be legally allowed.
Oh, is it like Netflix?
Cuties. People, oh my god, that's such great.
You knew where I was going with that. Is it like that?
Cuties is tame.
Yeah, it's different.
Tame.
Oh.
Tame. And I didn't even see Cuties, but just the kind of like, oh my god, this young girl's twerking. I'm like, I saw a Serbian film, man. That I'm pretty sure I'm probably on a list for that film.
So I shouldn't Google it, right?
It got banned in its own country, I believe.
I think so.
It's called Serbian film?
A Serbian film.
Yeah, a Serbian film. Yeah, it's extremely
2010?
fucked up.
I forgot what the hell we were talking about. You got me.
Sorry, you said about the. God damn it. We're different versions of this.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll talk about that off. We'll talk about that off air. I'm not trying to get canceled.
Oh no, I'm reading it.
Yeah. We'll talk about all that offline.
That description right there. All right, I'm not even.
You probably didn't even get to the crazy part.
No, I got the last sentence of that description. It's like
here. Let me show you the description.
Yeah. Let me just read, and I'll tell you if you got to the even messed up part of that.
Yeah, Belko Experiment. Basically, you have everyone come into work, and it's like the office.
No, it's just
almost
small paragraph. That's
and everyone gets chipped somehow. But
that's not even scratching the surface.
Half of Half
Wow.
of the half of the building either has to die or everybody dies, and they have basically exploding collars. Like
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
it's kind of cool, and it's an office setting. So these people aren't fighters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what makes these good. That they're not fighters.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Give me chills just reading that.
I know. He said that's not even scratching the surface.
No, I know. What's that
Yeah,
other
thank you for getting it back on track, Terrell, because I brought up a Serbian film.
yeah, like
Why?
well, that's what I'm saying.
sorry.
Those are two films.
What the
a
hell
Serbian film
idea even to prove that?
and Irreversible. Like I want to check it out, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I really want to.
Backstory on why I saw that film was when it came out in 2010. People were like, oh, but this is like the craziest film you will ever see. And I'm 15, like, oh, let me see how crazy this film is. After watching, I'm like, God damn it, man.
You got to go pray. I bet.
Yeah, I didn't feel where I had to.
Yeah, I'm religious enough.
Like, no, there's like a certain scene, like, okay, I can eat fat. Like, I started fast forwarding, like, dude, can I get past this? Can I get past this? And I was like, oh, I gotta finish this thing, but I need to. I started skipping shit because I'm like, I can't watch this.
Right.
So you got to be a special kind of.
What
special.
streaming service is it on?
I don't
Oh,
think
it's
I'm
not.
No.
Good.
No,
think
I had to
you'll find
watch it on Megashare back in the
Yeah,
day.
you have to torrent that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I
What
watched
made
that.
you want to watch that?
Because everybody kept telling me, because when it first came out, I was like, oh my god, this is like the craziest film. Like, it's banned in countries, and it's the craziest film you've ever seen. I'm like, I'm 15 years old. Like, oh, it can't be that crazy. Watching, like, what the fuck, man? It's more of an art thing. I'm like, this is not art. I mean, yeah, it is. It ain't good.
I don't
There's
know.
a reason why it's illegal in countries.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, I'll probably never watch
I
it.
don't know.
No, don't. But
So crazy.
Batum is what I rate ahead of Squid Games. Trying to get this back to a normal conversation.
Sorry, what's Tomb?
Batum. It's actually it's an anime, but the manga goes past it. It's never got a season 2 for some reason. It's on like 12
Okay.
episodes. But which I haven't. I think the manga something happened because they haven't finished it, or they might have actually finished it. It's been a couple years since I've actually read it. It's basically these guys are stuck on the island. They gotta kill people to survive, but they all have bombs. But they all have different types of bombs. And the main character, he's a gamer, and played Batum in the video game, and actually got sent there. And so like he has to use his strategies from the game. Once he realized he's doing it in real life. On like how to be, he's like the #1 player in the world.
Oh, that's creepy.
And so like the people that made the game want to do it in real life, where you gotta use these bombs. They're different. Like some bombs blow up as soon as they touch something. Some are timers. Some are gas bombs. And it's a strategy of surviving as he's trying to like make allies to get out of there. You gotta kill so many people before you can get out.
Wow.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, it's the anime says only 12 episodes, but it doesn't finish the story, which sucks. But the manga goes past that.
Huh.
That's usually how they get you, though.
Yeah, it was like in 2011 too. It came out so I had my first thing was Battle Royale, then Batum, and then I saw Hunger Games, and the fuck sucked. But then Squid Game. So like I've seen high quality versions of this thing like right off rip. That's the only reason why I rank it low. Like even the way the guns, it's our second highest ranking.
Yeah.
But that just shows you how much I said I praise Battle Royale. It's like I'm like, dude, it's not even close to that, and I still ranked it our second highest.
Yeah, I like I said, I figure you should just read that book because it goes into.
Well,
really,
the problem is it went out of print fucking years ago, so I had to find it online.
I did it on
like-
Audible.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh, the actual book. I was thinking you'd talking about the manga.
no, for Battle Royale.
Yeah, there's a manga.
Really?
Yeah, it went out of print Tokyo Pop like years ago. So like
Oh.
the volumes cost like $50 last I heard.
Ooh.
But somebody might have picked it up. I haven't looked it up in a while.
I don't know. When we go to Tokyo, you can see if you can find it.
Put that on the list of things to look for.
Right.
I'm looking for Battle Royale.
Right.
But you have to
Then
read
you
it.
get to put
You
on
gotta
the list.
self-translate.
Yeah, it's based, it's the manga, but it's based off that movie. Yeah, there's a movie where a 14-year-old with a Uzi just starts mowing down kids. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
The Japanese will look at you unresting.
No, like literally, like any of you guys have seen it. We get one kid because it's a junior high class. They're all like 14 years old. One dude gets an Uzi and just says, "Fuck it, fucking
Yeah.
killing everybody."
Like you get a backpack, you get assigned a backpack and a number, and boy, 1 or girl 1. You know what I'm saying? And whatever's in your backpack is whatever weapon you have. So like some people got like switchblades. Some got like frying pans.
Yeah,
You know
the
what I'm
poor
saying?
bastard with the garbage can lid.
What
And the one dude got an Uzi.
what I like
I'm
about it.
like, this
There
ain't-
was like as soon as they get out there, like the first person, they get their backpack and they get out there, and then you're under the guise of one of the students, And as you going through, the guy notices that someone's been picking people off as soon as they came out of the school.
Yeah, because you're
Like
sitting
this-
out there at different times, and someone just comes out like, "Fuck, I'm just waiting for these motherfuckers to walk out of here,"
Right.
and it just shit hits the fan real quickly.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit!
It's incredible.
What, this is an anime?
No,
A movie.
it's a live
It's a
action
live
film.
action.
Oh.
Battle Royale, yeah. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said,
I would
so
definitely watch it.
This is only, like I said, since I saw that first, and a bunch of people who saw Squid Game, like, because Squid Games blew up over here in the U.S.
I don't
and the
know
West
why.
in general. It's because it's an interesting premise that they've not seen before. They've never seen anything like this. I mean, they've seen a couple, like, Hunger Games, not that good, but
2000 film? Battle Royale?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
So they hadn't seen it, but then I had saw that, and so I was like, oh man, this is right down my alley. And I saw it, but they hadn't seen that film. Like, man, these people would have seen it. It's just they actually like this premise, which is just like, I know at least 10 animes that are like this, but at least somewhat different. I'm like, yeah, but you guys don't like it. I'm like, yeah, I've seen this premise before. It's new to you guys. I'm like, this is fucking, old to me. Alright, yeah, that's,
Oh, do you know there was two?
yeah. I've seen the second one. I don't remember much from
I
it.
haven't seen the second one yet. I did hear
that first
about
one
it.
is just, it's in my heart.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Yeah, I saw it on
Hey,
Netflix back in the day.
I think I had to buy it on Prime
Nice.
so we could watch it.
Yeah, this first one's good reviews. Second one has
Yeah.
they just tank reviews.
Yeah.
Between an 8 out of 10 on IMDb out of it. The second one 2.1.
The story's open ended at the end of the
First one?
well yeah,
Yeah.
well the book.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because in the movie it was kind of almost finished, but then this one, like, characters make things happen, and then they're still on the run.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool stuff.
Well, I think that wraps up Squid Games. I think the only thing else to talk about is the Morbius trailer.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah,
any
the
other
Morbius
trailers
trailer.
came
I
out, but it's
forgot
nothing I
all
could
about
think of. I mean, some did, like Stranger Things and stuff like that, but that's just getting ready for the show. But yeah, Morbius trailer.
Morbius second trailer.
My opinion looks pretty shitty. I don't really care for that character. I don't care for this movie being filmed. I don't really care for the actor.
I'm curious
I
for
feel
the
like an
movie at
asshole.
least.
I'm glad you are, because some
I want to at least
be.
watch it.
I didn't really care for Morbius.
I don't know. Well,
I'm curious on where they're taking this.
Actually,
I don't think they
that-
know where they're taking.
there was a time where I was like,
They referenced like 3 different universes. Oh, and that picture of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man on the wall was actually a promo of PS4 Spider-Man wearing the Tobey Maguire suit.
What the fuck?
That's where that picture came from. Not even from the old
Why?
movies.
that's what's up.
so how many universes are we talking about now?
We don't know.
But yeah, in the comics, Blade ends up losing his fucking mind, so he becomes Switchblade. And he has to destroy all supernatural creatures, and he ends up taking like their superpowers. Like Demo Goblin ends up becoming like a regular fucking guy. Ghost Rider ends up getting jacked up. He kills Werewolf by Night by shoving a pumpkin bomb in his throat. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he comes close to killing Morbius, and Morbius is just like, fucking, I'm gonna eat every human I see. So, that's the only time
I love the name Switchblade. I just don't like that it was Blade that got that name because his mind was so it's
Yes,
Switchblade.
I know,
I'm like, what the fuck?
I know.
I
Sorry.
know that was.
It's like that's a cool name, but the fact that you guys gave it to Blade because his mind's just so he's Blade, but he's kind of switched around. Like, oh god.
Switched off, so he switchblade.
I know.
Yeah.
Trust me, I did not care for that either.
Yeah, at least we know.
I want to
our
at least watch
comics
the movie.
a
I'll tell you
little
that
bit.
much. At least once.
I was explaining
And-
Galactus earlier, and you're explaining Switchblade.
Yeah, like
Who were on more drugs then?
I will check out Morbius for some fact. We'll review it probably down the line, but I don't need this film.
Here you go.
I really don't need this film.
He's got his chains, the Ghost Rider's chains and everything.
What is he, Spawn?
He takes their powers after he defeats them.
Couldn't
That's
be
dope.
Couldn't be Moon Knight though.
Right? Can he be Goku though?
Yeah.
Could be Moon Knight, Deadpool,
Here you go.
Honestly, probably
Switchblade.
not.
Icarus. No.
Okay.
I don't know. Moon Knight's weird, man.
Yeah, I know.
Moon Knight is weird.
Who's winning the fight though between Deadpool and Moon Knight?
Moon Knight.
Really? Okay.
Well,
I know there's been a lot of hype for Deadpool in the last couple of years, and then Moon Knight's popularity just came back up.
It's a fighting style deal. Like Moon Knight would go up in his ass with some shit, but Deadpool, I mean, he can't kill Deadpool, but he would. I think he would somewhat take pleasure in just beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, they're both unpredictable fighters.
He's basically Marvel's Batman. He's legally crazy.
Yeah. Well, so is Deadpool.
Yeah. That's why I said it'll be a weird fight.
It would be a weird
Deadpool
fight.
age?
Cancers.
So.
He's got cancer.
Well, I mean, he's also a comic book character, dude.
But does he age?
Right.
I don't think any of them actually do, though. That's weird.
I
think I would assume he would, but they're never gonna age him.
No, I mean, would he eventually just die of old age, or?
I think so.
Or just somebody would decapitate him one day.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because it's like Wolverine deal too. Like, does Wolverine actually get old? I mean, we've seen him get old. I mean, how many hundreds of years?
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Does Deadpool not have an extended lifespan?
I don't know.
I think he has a longevity. I don't think he gets old.
Chris, you got anything to say on the Morbius trailer?
I'll say I'm curious on it.
I am. It strikes my curiosity, but it's not something I'm looking forward to.
I'll watch it.
Like, I don't really know how I feel about it. The look of Morbius in his monster form looks really cool. His powers are cool.
Yeah.
The idea of him being another anti-hero is... For some reason, Sony's doing this thing where they're turning villains into anti-heroes, which is something you don't have to do all the time.
No. Every villain does not need their own fucking film.
Yeah.
Really, villains in general don't need their own film.
I mean...
Unless he's popular.
Unless it's like...
The only good one they did, and it wasn't even his film, would be Magneto when they did First Class. They just gave him more of a back. They just influenced his backstory.
The only... Giving a villain a film, like... The Joker. He didn't need... That was a good idea, and I think there should be villain films that are rated R, like Joker. Joker, I don't think was done right, if that makes sense. But
you have to be mentally prepared to watch that movie.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that was the Joker that we know and love. That was just what they called the Joker and gave this sick and twisted origin story. But the idea of a sick and twisted origin story being rated R is a perfect villain movie that should be.
Right. Like, I think that's what Gimp's, the Venom movie was, that it was like PG-13.
Yeah.
Carnage, we didn't get to see full Carnage.
We didn't get to see Carnage.
And now he's...
Carnage, it was a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
We just didn't get to see him in his full potential.
It's like, now he's gone. Wasted potential.
Yeah. And I really enjoyed that film, yeah, and I still have to say that. Like, yeah, it didn't go as
I wish
much.
they didn't kill him.
Oh, right, that's what I'm saying. He's gone now. That's it.
Well, no, we have Toxin.
It's the problem with a lot of major Marvel villains is they're just killing them off when in the comics they're constantly recurring.
Right.
Well, I mean, it is a smarter way to actually kill them off, though. Like, as much as you want to see more of them, do you want to see 3 films where Carnage keeps popping up?
Yeah, it's true.
Because I mean, you got to move on at a certain point.
Do we have an all-out battle royale between symbiotes?
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. Yeah, maybe Noel brings them back to life, and yeah, maybe you get that.
That'd be terrifying.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, doing like a flashback. Oh, I gotta fight this guy again.
Well,
no, it's a red one. Sorry.
So no, I would say at the end of Venom, he kind of maybe came together. There might be a Carnage running around.
Might be the toxin.
Maybe just bring that actor. Maybe bring Woody Harrelson back. Like, oh no, you killed him in your universe. This is a different universe.
They could do.
You're gonna do it. I mean, that's the easy route to do without.
Well, that would mean there was a different. That would be two Venoms in that universe.
To be honest, you're right, because the CW, the Arrowverse keeps bringing back Reverse Flash, even though they've killed him off like 3 times. And then he comes back. He was in Crisis on Earth X, I think it was. And he pops up in this Nazi multiverse. And they're like, you got erased from time. How are you still alive? Time travel. That was his explanation. He just said, time travel. Anything is possible.
God, that's why I.
And when it's weird. He was in disguise of the one dude, Harrison Wells, who was a scientist, and he took that disguise, that face, for 15 years. And as he got erased from history the first time, he was in his blonde hair form, his original self. When he came back in Crisis of Earth X, he was Harrison Wells for for some reason.
Yeah.
Because that actor is awesome.
Yeah. The actor is awesome.
He plays that.
But he came back and they're like, we killed you. How are you still time travel?
He played
Then
Harrison
his
Wells.
blonde hair form was a main villain in Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then he came back again just recently to help fight Godspeed as Harrison Wells, Reverse Flash.
But he
just keeps. I don't know.
I like that he came back though.
Yeah, it was.
Because he's Flash's main villain. Well,
yeah,
one
but
of
they
them.
did that stupid lightsaber fight.
I don't want to talk about that. Godspeed made it look cool. The other guys were just like, I can do it.
It was dumb. It was really dumb.
I think the idea.
I'm sorry. Back to
Sorry.
Morbius. Yeah.
Yeah, Morbius.
I got nothing to say. Like I said, I don't like Jared Leto. I don't like the fact I don't like villains getting their own film. And I don't really think this looks that good. So I'm trying not to be that negative on it because I am going to see it. But
Are you
unless,
still going to watch it at least?
yeah, I will watch it. It's just, it's marking the books of like checking or the stuff I don't
Honestly, at this point, I'm just going to have to watch it.
like if it becomes a musical too, I might just fucking lose it in the theater.
Go.
I might just throw my popcorn. Go out there, throw my popcorn, tell the guy I need more popcorn as he hands it to me, knock it over on him,
it's Halloween.
and
Okay.
walk out.
They do a scene. It's Halloween, and Morbius' favorite movie is Rocky Horror. He's watching,
Just walk out.
sitting there at the TV. You see Time Warp playing.
Yeah, for some reason he's fucking, I don't know, he's saying Ong for some reason.
Ong.
No,
That's my favorite show. I love Ong the Avatar. And you're like, just, come on.
Avatar. Your
His hair gets
Avatar.
all frizzy and he's like, Dragon!
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just walking out punching kids, karate chopping old ladies. Fucking had it. This is bullshit.
All while singing it.
Yeah. God damn. Yeah, singing Ong.
Singing.
No, my luck, he would be dressed up like Ong, watching Rocky Horror Picture, singing the Dragon Ball theme song, but doing it bad.
Right.
Doing it bad.
No, we can't talk about that.
God. Oh. Yeah, so that's just my opinion on it. This is-
You might like it when you watch it.
That's why, because I didn't think I would like Venom, and I actually really enjoyed Venom. So that's why I'm like, I'm hoping for good. I just don't need this.
Yeah, I went to Venom not expecting to like the first one, and I kind of really.
That's how
enjoyed
I
it.
didn't like the trailers for the first Venom.
No, it looked rough. It looked laughable. And then Terrell told me like it's good. And you bought me the film.
Yeah.
He's like, you gotta watch it. And I watched it. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I liked it.
I'm still the only one that I want to see that's like a villain movie was like Black Adam. It's the only one I'm kind of wanting.
It's the only one that's interesting.
Yeah, it's the only one I kind of want to.
Because he's like loved by his people and shit. Which I hope they actually do that in there. Because
they could make a Doom movie.
In the comics, I want to say around 2012, Black Adam died, and like Shazam tries to take his ashes back to his country, and Superman tries like, no, you can't go there with his ashes. Like his country, they're gonna lose their mind. They find out he's dead. Like his country like loves him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Doom with Latveria.
Yeah.
Like, he's in charge. Like his country will fight for him.
Right.
Like, he cares about his country. Doom don't give a fuck about anybody else though.
Right.
Oh no,
exactly.
I want to see. I can't wait to see Doctor Doom in the MCU.
I want
to know if.
that
I
already.
hope they get him right, because the last two versions of Doom were not done right.
You know.
No, don't talk about the second one.
Who-
No,
about-
even the first one was done wrong.
You know who would
I think
be
he's still
a
a good
great
actor, though.
Doctor Doom?
It was a good
10
actor.
years ago.
Hmm?
Would be so you know who would be a great Doctor Doom at least 10 years ago?
Hmm.
Would be the guy who played Magneto, fucking in the younger Magneto.
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, Fassbender.
I could see him coming back in the MCU. Yeah.
I just feel like he'd be too older because it depends on how old they do the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do him in like his like mid.
I think the casting of him in the
Do him in
new
his 30s,
Fantastic
early
Four, in the
30s.
2016 Fantastic Four, the casting of someone of that ethnic was a good idea because he's from a different country. He's Latvian.
Yeah.
Someone named
It's
Von
like,
Doom.
he's like Easter.
Yeah, so
European,
having
some
an
shit.
Eastern European type
You
character
better have a hairy
actor
chest.
Jesus.
would be really good for that role.
I have Cluck Radio.
Yeah. maybe a tracksuit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got us canceled.
What?
That's hilarious. Fuck him.
I mean,
Yeah, how many countries wear tracksuits and fucking say that?
no.
Technically, they could have another character like that. I mean, it could be Michael Fassbender.
No, I was like 10 years ago, that would have been a good casting
Yeah.
for that. I don't think he.
In my mind right now, I'm thinking of the other guy that played. I'm trying to go in the more Eastern European route of the actor who played Ozai in Last Airbender.
Okay.
That guy, I could see him as Doom if you just give him the voice, put on the mask.
Oh,
I think he'd make it work.
yes. Side note that I have a Last Airbender live action thing. They just casted Ozai.
Nice.
The new Last, yeah.
Yeah, the Netflix thing.
Nice.
A better choice, but yeah.
The hell,
Those casting pictures were weird when they first came out.
Yeah.
Because
if we didn't already know, that idea I threw out when we watched The Last Airbender, that article I read, that was a fake article.
Gotcha. What was weird with the casting is this where everybody kind of became weird who saw the pictures.
He's Ozai.
Oh, fucking amazing!
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a good choice for that too.
Almost certainly, yeah.
Way to nail that one. Because the pictures that came out for Katara, and everybody had the same thought, but then you read into it like, oh, because I was like, why does Katara look so much older than the kid that plays Aang? She looks like she's like 18. No, she's like 14. Yeah. And like the dude who plays Aang is like 13. Like in real life, I'm like, oh, everybody's like, why they cast Katara so much older? That girl's so much older. That's gonna be weird. Like, no, she's 14. Everybody just thinks she looks 18. It was like weird because I was like, because even I was like, that's kind of weird, but I'll go with it. And everybody's like, the cast thing about the age. I'm like, well, yeah, what is the age thing? No, they're the same age. Everybody just thought she was so much older. I'm like, oh yeah, because everybody's fucking, everybody just thought that.
Whose idea was it to make that movie?
Well,
M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan. He did it for his kids.
Yeah, that's right. We discussed. He doesn't love his kids. That's right.
He doesn't like his kids.
That's right. We learned it. He hates his kids.
Yeah, I think that's it. How much time we got?
Hour 45.
You guys want to go into what we've been up to real quick?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
What's everybody been up to? You want me to go? Anybody who wants to go first?
I guess I'll start.
Yeah.
Well, been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure again. New season. Then I'm gonna restart.
Is that part 5? 6.
It's part 4.
Part 4.
Gold,
okay.
Yeah, Golden Wind.
Gotcha.
And I just bought the first manga, so I'm
Nice.
reading. Read the first chapter, I think. I don't know how it works out.
Yeah, it's chapters.
It's confusing to read it backwards.
It takes a second to get used to it. The worst part is because I think I've read the most manga here.
Probably.
I've read a shit ton of manga in my day.
Still reading?
Yeah, I'm still reading manga as we speak. I got a chapter I gotta read when I get home. It takes a minute to get used to, but the worst part is spending a couple years reading manga than actually reading actual comics. The switch back threw me off so bad. I was reading stuff out of order because I got so used to reading right to left, and when I had to go left to right, I had a brain spasm for a second. I was like, wait, that didn't make sense. Oh yeah, I'm reading it the wrong way.
Well, I did start Cowboy Bebop too.
Nice.
About 9 episodes to finish. Then JoJo popped up. I'm like, okay, sorry, got distracted.
Yeah,
I'm still slowly watching One Piece.
Yeah, take your time with it, enjoy it, savor it.
I am.
It's like a roast, man. You gotta let it cook for hours.
I'm gonna take a break right now.
Cook for
Just 'cause
years.
of JoJo.
Years. It's like a fine wine, man. You don't
20
just,
years
you don't
now?
just drink it after you make it. You save it.
Yeah. Well, I've also been playing Horizon Zero Dawn.
Nice. Yeah, I've been meaning to play video games and I've not gotten around to it.
I didn't really play much this week.
I've been too busy.
Played a little bit, but even though I'm not busy, I'm just kind of watching TV now.
We start finding stuff. That's how, like, when I finished the second season of Fire Force, dude, I kind of just made that anytime I had time, free time, like from work or wasn't going to practice, I would put that on to kind of get through, and that was taking up time.
Yeah, I'll rewatch Fire Force eventually.
Yeah.
Started it. About all I've been up to.
What you, Chris?
Well, I finally, after apparently 60 hours of gameplay, according to Google, I beat Red Dead 2's story.
Nice.
Red Dead Redemption 2 story mode, just to
60
clarify.
hours.
That's what Google said. I looked up the story, and there's about 66 hours.
That's 100% completion, right?
No, that's the story.
That's story mode.
Oh.
Not counting all
You
the
you got distracted.
I did. I got distracted.
So you might be
So
70 something hours.
Maybe 70 because I did a lot of side quests in there.
Everybody does.
So good.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
now, after playing that and getting so into the cowboy story, I don't really know what I'm going to do next.
God of War.
God of War. I beat God of War already. I played that a long time ago.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay.
Ghost is dope.
I've been debating on whether or not I want to go back or set up my old 360 and play the first Red Dead Redemption that I haven't played through.
I would not recommend
Just so
that.
I can continue
I
the
tried
story,
that.
since that's the sequel, technically.
I tried that after I played Red Dead Redemption 2.
I know. It's
Jumping back
different.
into one, my God, that game was
It's
boring as hell.
different.
Yeah.
There was Undead Nightmare I could have fun with.
Okay, I'll agree with
Or I could just buy Far Cry 6, which is the other game I've been trying to play.
I'd go for that.
Lately, I bought the Nintendo Switch expansion pack and started playing N64 games. I already own half the physical copies of the 9 games that are available, so for me it's a little underwhelming. And apparently it's very underwhelming to everyone else who's bought it because there's a big button layout lag. Ocarina of Time is apparently a mess. I haven't played it myself on Switch. I've just been avoiding it, playing Yoshi's Story. Because I don't own that physical copy, so I was like, hey, this looks fun.
Whatever happened to the classics? The Nintendo classics. Remember you had the Super Nintendo.
You still got
It's
those.
still those, but
You
you
still got
get
those.
an expansion to it too.
Yeah,
No, I
so
mean like they never did.
if you have the
64, when the hell is that supposed to come out?
now,
It's out
it's
now.
already
It's
out.
out. He's
With
been-
actual-
that,
Yeah,
with the,
so-
oh no,
No, I'm talking about the physical.
You're talking about the actual.
Oh,
the
yeah.
retro
Yeah.
64 thing.
Hell,
I don't know.
So those
I
things were
think-
selling like fucking hotcakes.
They had the
Yeah.
PlayStation
Yeah.
one for.
one that
Oh,
cracked.
yeah.
Yeah,
for 30
PlayStation
so-
1, PlayStation 1 didn't.
One thing people are angry about is Nintendo Switch Online costs like $20 a year, and you get the Super Nintendo and Nintendo games. To have the Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis games, now you have to. It's an extra $30, and you have to pay $50 a year for the expansion pack, which I did. And I haven't played any Sega Genesis games. I've been focusing on N64, which I hear it's been a nightmare being emulated to Switch. The button layouts are off. I guess there's a button lag when you click on it, and it's just half a second lag or whatever. And they messed up the graphics for Ocarina of Time. They took away all the fog, some shadows and reflections. I haven't. That's just what I've been reading and watching off of YouTube, though. Oh, and Nintendo also released a Sega Genesis controller and an N64 controller that can be connected to the Switch. However, they are $60 each.
I thought the Sega Genesis controller was a Japan only. Oh, it's the 6 button, wasn't it?
I might be.
It's the 6 button, I think, is
Yeah.
only in Japan.
You can get them shipped
Well, we
from
can go buy them in Japan.
Nintendo's website for $60.
Like I'm tempted, but at the same time, I have the family
Yeah.
one, and I've got a bunch of people that I have on there, and I'm not sure if I really want to go in because it's like $79.99 for the family one a year.
Yeah.
I'm like, I already spend so much money on.
Yeah, I know, and I'm even like debating
Money.
if I wanted to keep it because, like I said, I already have half those games on cartridge
Right.
and still hooked up to my TV downstairs. So, there are talks of GoldenEye being released on the Nintendo store,
But that was like a rare game.
yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that.
That was the problem with people with the N64 emulators. They're like, oh, I want this game, I want that game, and it's like they're
All
all
the popular
rare.
games were rare. Yeah.
Like I even did it myself. I was like, I'd love to play Jet Force Gemini. I was like, wait, I bet you that's rare, and looked
Yeah.
it up, and I was like, yeah.
well,
that totally was.
Banjo-Kazooie did make it in Smash Brothers, so
There's
they
There
could do something.
Might be a talk there.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. I've mostly been trying to play Yoshi's Story because I really liked Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo stuff. So, other than that, been kind of busy with home stuff, trying to clean around the house, and that's about it. What about you, Ricky? What have you been up to?
Yeah, well, just preparing for my tournament coming up, dieting right now for that. It's kind of been taking up so much time. In free time though, however, I have finished 2 books, actual books. Yeah,
You reading?
Audible, but it's close I can get. I retain more memory off of listening, anyways, because I have very bad comprehension, so I don't do as well reading something physically.
I can't read.
So
for-
listening helps me a lot. I finished Oathbringer, which I've been reading that book for 3 years now, so finally got that done. I finished the Breathe, which is Hickson Gracie's biography. Finished that. He's a jiu-jitsu practitioner, probably the best. Brazilian jiu-jitsu came from the Gracie family, and he was the best guy
Oh, nice.
from there. So hearing his story and that was really good. And I just started Christine, which is Stephen King's book. So
Was he also high when he wrote that?
Probably.
Oh, more than
Probably.
likely. Yeah, it's an old one. He's
Yes.
probably higher as mine.
Higher than a freaking kite.
Yeah, I think that's really all that's been in. I've been just busy. Had like my niece's birthday party was like last week.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Or she just turned 3, so it was kind of cool. Like actually, my sister actually had like the younger kids had a game that we haven't played in years was had the kids bob for apples. They had no idea how to do it. It was hilarious. I'm like, no, you grab it and you bring it to the side and then you pull it up. It's not so much easier to do it that way. No, the kids are dunking their heads in, couldn't get it. That was fun. The kids like, I've never done this before. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a older generation game.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't know there's tricks to this.
I don't think I've ever actually played that.
It's fun. It's fun. You just definitely trying to do. Like I said, there's a trick. Bring it to the side. Push it to the side, then pick it up and try to go head first into it. That was fun. I'm trying to think what I did. I don't think I did. Oh, me and Terrell actually finally started playing Dragon Ball Super card game.
That was fun.
How's that going?
We played the one. Once we kind of got it figured out, it wasn't too bad. It took us forever to like kind of get it, but it's not as complicated as we thought it was.
Oh, so you overcomplicated simple rules.
Well, because it tells you there's a bunch of different stuff to do, but you don't have to do everything that the card says. And honestly, if you do your strategy right, it's simpler to do it. Like it's like, oh, this does this, this, and this. I'm like, oh, I just need to just do one thing. Oh yeah, I just did that one thing. Like, okay, it gives you options.
Right.
So you don't have to just do all 3 steps. You can choose which one you want to do and how that's going to help you actually in the game.
Which reminds me, I'm gonna have to build those decks. Like I said,
I know. I'm still. And also I'm screwed because I got my tournament next week, and then guess what comes out the week after that? Pokemon. And I'm doing that 24-hour. I'm gonna play one sitting until I get that done.
Yeah, there's no
Pokemon?
isn't it?
Huh?
Which Pokemon?
It's I'm getting Diamond.
Diamond.
Oh yeah.
Pearl.
Diamond and Pearl remake are coming out. So like.
I need to catch back up on the Pokemon train. I haven't played since Y.
Sun for me.
Sword and Shield is solid.
Yeah,
Okay.
I played Sword and Shield.
Yeah, so you're not. Yeah, so if you want to get those ones,
You know what?
But before that,
That's what I'll do.
I gotta buy a Wii.
Look at Pokemon.
Or a Switch or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, get
Switch.
yourself a Switch.
A
Yeah,
Switch.
yeah. Will, what are you doing to yourself? Get a Switch.
He's got a
Jeez.
Switch. I don't got a Switch.
Get yourself a Switch.
dude,
Do it for you.
Yeah.
I bought myself new shoes last
No,
week.
buy
Do it
myself
for
a
the
Switch.
children.
Yeah, for the
Right.
children.
Screw the children.
No,
I'm
for the
enjoying
children.
Pokemon more than they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, no, fuck those kids. But yeah, honestly, that's. I feel like I was doing more. No, it's just training tournament coming up, and then I've been working 6 days a week, so it's like I'm killing my time. Like I wanted Sundays was gonna be my gaming day, but I got Sunday. I gotta get everything done because I couldn't do it for 6 days.
Yeah.
I got cleaning. I got laundry. I got I gotta go shopping. I gotta go buy groceries. Yeah,
No,
adult
which-
stuff. It's
I know.
bullshit.
We're trying to clean up
My
from,
shirt.
We had stuff
Yeah.
set up for Halloween. We're trying to take the Halloween decorations out and putting other stuff up and figuring other stuff
Yeah,
out.
and Christmas coming up. Actually, speaking of, I
No,
got
no. Thanksgiving is
Yeah,
next.
I know.
No,
We gotta
no.
plan Thanksgiving. We're doing that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta actually message my sisters what the kids want for Christmas. I try to be done before December starts. That's
Okay.
always my goal. Yeah, even though I'm very heavy believing Thanksgiving comes before Christmas, it's just I don't like crowds and I don't like dealing with that shit.
I don't.
Oh, I mean, I gotta go out and get this because I can't find it online. I go to the store and there's like 50 people within 100-foot space. Like I don't want to be here.
That's fair.
We gotta do a Thanksgiving. Is there any Thanksgiving movies that are bad?
Are there any Thanksgiving movies in general? I mean, we did have a bad movie set up, but we can always bounce that back.
There's a horror flick that's a.
Oh, that's right.
Turkey.
Llamageddon.
No.
No? What did we decide? Right! Jesus Christ, Vampire
Oh
Hunter.
jeez, I forgot about that.
The fact that I did the Jesus pose and you caught it.
Oh my god,
I forgot about that. It was like, because we
Jesus.
talked about Llamageddon and then we
Yeah.
saw the Jesus Christ
Yeah,
trailer. And
we-
we got to do that.
For
Well,
some
because
reason,
I've
when
been
you
doing the
search,
scheduling for like what were the topics.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
I
reason
might have
why
found the movie.
Well, that
Did you
makes
find
me
a
feel
bad
better.
Thanksgiving movie?
Thanksgiving.
yeah, it's a horror. It's a horror flick.
That's amazing.
Do you guys want to do that next?
Do you want to do
Um,
Thanksgiving or do you want to do
IMDb
Jesus?
says 4.2 out of 10.
You want to do both?
4.2. That sounds
Llamageddon.
bad.
I mean, we could just do both.
Well,
And just,
Llamageddon.
double feature.
Ooh,
That'd be
first
pretty nice. Do the Llamageddon and the.
Oh,
or did you
Jesus
guys want to do?
Christ.
oh,
just-
you mean, dude, you want to do
I
Thanksgiving?
love
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I love the
Thanksgiving.
description.
Because Thanksgiving has a bad
Yeah,
review.
we do the Thanksgiving and then we do the Jesus Christ for Christmas.
Oh.
Ah,
I
there we
like
go.
it.
Okay, so
I
we're
like
Perfect
it.
transition.
We're gonna switch up our Christmas movie then.
No,
We can do a double feature for Christmas.
It's a
well,
the
no,
bad
Thanksgiving.
movie.
So it's passing the torch from Thanksgiving to the Christmas season, watching
Okay.
Thanksgiving and then Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
Gotcha.
The
Okay.
budget was $3,500 for this movie.
That's amazing.
I have more in my bank account.
Right.
Lucky.
So you're telling me I can make a sequel starring us?
Did you say 3,500?
3,500.
Oh my god, I want to watch this movie now.
That's gonna be epic.
All right.
God, how many people were
Doing a
paid
double
free
feature.
or were there weird hand jobs given?
I'm not gonna lie. I
never
feel like I've
mind,
seen
no.
this movie.
Wait, hold on. What's going on?
Apparently, there's 2 other movies after it too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They made more budget.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter.
Yeah. Yeah, so next, double feature then. Oh, no, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
You
good.
want to hear this description of this movie list? A possessed turkey terrorizes 5 college students during Thanksgiving break.
Oh.
As he should. He's got to get revenge for his family that died.
Yes.
And
So
More of a revenge story. He's really the good guy.
So this next superhero movie. No.
I don't know.
My oldest brother keeps telling me about this movie called Toxic Avenger.
Oh, the Toxic Avenger is so dope.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be another one. All the Trauma films are so
Okay.
fucking crazy. But yeah, Toxic
Well, he's
Avenger.
about your age, so I mean, that's why he knows it.
He ends up.
Is that the Romeo and Juliet bullshit?
No.
Oh, okay.
The dude ends up.
He's like a kid janitor to turn.
No,
into
I'm
a
like when you
monster.
said the trauma film. I'm just thinking of what the fuck is that movie called? It was the guy who does Guardians, like his first film.
James Gunn.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's
It's
things
like
killing
Romeo
sequel.
and Juliet or something.
No,
like
no,
No.
Trauma is like a company,
Gotcha.
a production company. Like they make a bunch of schlocky movies and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. So what next? Yeah, double feature. Oh, actually, Troy, what have you been up to?
Yeah, we forgot all about. Sorry, forgot about you.
It's all good. I'm just here anyway.
Wow.
He like I was like I even forgot it was my turn.
So, I played Ghost, obviously.
Yeah.
I tried out Back for Blood, which is actually pretty fun.
Oh, nice.
It's like I don't remember exactly how Left 4 Dead was, but I really enjoy this more than Left 4 Dead. But like you get like power ups that you can get, but they're cards that you choose. So like you'll get like a deck of cards to choose, and it'll mount up as the story goes in each act, which is pretty dope. What else have I got into? I mean, really nothing. We had my sister-in-law's wedding and reception. That took up a lot of my time, so I mean, I really haven't gotten into a lot of stuff. I'll be able to now that things are finally died down.
Yeah, these last couple weeks have been like weird. Like,
Yeah.
Everything's like gone by fast, and like I didn't get done as much shit as I wanted to get done. Just got busy with everything else.
Yeah.
I just remembered I did see another film, Halloween Kills, and what's my bad movie score? Yeah, that was a fucking flaming dumpster fire. God, and you guys know how high I rank the Halloween franchise as one of my favorite. That fucking movie was so bad. It was so bad.
you're saying I should watch the very first one?
Watch the 2018 one. I mean, you can watch Halloween Kills. You might like it. I fucking hated that. That ending fucking got me. That's one of the most pissed off I've ever. Like it ended, and I was like pissed. Like I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now? That's what we're doing. This is where we're going." Yeah. That was my last thing.
Right.
Well, unless anybody has any final thoughts on
do
anything.
we?
I know next couple months are going to be busy for us TV show wise. Now we're kind of running down movies for the year.
Yeah.
There is like 6 shows coming out in like the next like 4 months that I'm going to be watching.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I got Wheel
What
of
shows
Time.
are coming out?
Well, Wheel of Time will be coming out at the end of November. I'll probably do an episode review on just myself, just without spoilers, because I think I'm the only one interested in that. We're going to have Hawkeye coming out at the end of March. Which we'll do a complete series review on that, just because episode by episode I don't think really works for, those shows, because you need it all right there. It's like reviewing 15 minutes of a movie. Like, what's the point?
We can create theories, but
Yeah.
might as well just do an end review for that.
Yeah.
Mephisto did it.
We have, it's always
Mephisto
Mephisto.
confirmed.
Yeah.
Morbius. Mephisto confirmed.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw him in Eternal somewhere. I don't know that one scene, that one guy in the back.
I mean,
Mephisto, definitely.
If you check out the trailer to that new West Side Story movie,
Mephisto confirmed.
I guarantee you Mephisto's up in that bitch.
West Side Story.
So we got Wheel of Time, Hawkeye, Cobra Kai's coming back.
Mephisto confirmed.
He better be in that tournament. We have Boba Fett.
Oh yeah.
Also Mephisto.
Oh, I haven't watched the trailer yet. Boba Fett has trailer.
I've seen it. It's very good. You probably don't need to see it though, because you're gonna see that show anyways.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those trailers where it didn't get me more hyped, but it wasn't bad at all. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna watch it.
Yeah, here's
Like I know I'm watching it.
All you need is Boba Fett's face, and you're good to go. Yeah.
Basically.
Boba Fett.
Dan, we have Witcher. Season 2 is coming out.
I feel bad. I've only watched like 3 episodes of 1.
Also Mephisto. No.
Mephisto.
Episode 4 is my favorite episode, and it all makes sense after episode 4.
I think it maybe 2.
Honestly,
I don't know. There was some wizard with a bunch of naked chicks. A great illusion.
That was the first episode.
I was about to say that really don't narrow it down in The Witcher. Yeah. Naked wizard chick. That man.
No, it was
watch it because I was like
man, but he had like naked women walking around as an illusion.
Good for him.
I'll end up having to watch that at some point, but right now, I just got my wife through the fourth part of JoJo's, and since she hasn't seen the first 3 and she's interested, I started her on Jonathan's saga.
Which is the first one.
Will and I just started watching this movie the other night, but I fell asleep to it, and then last night he fell asleep to it, so we got 30 minutes in.
The harder they
but
fall.
it was really good because we've been watching it late at night. That's why we were falling asleep.
We'll have to watch it.
It's called The Harder They Fall. It's made this year. It stars Jonathan Majors and Idris Elba. It's a Western movie. It's really
I've
good.
heard about it.
So far,
there's a few things that I keep pointing out. They're too clean looking to
They
be
are
a
too
Western.
clean, but it's a different culture. It's like a what if on its own.
Yeah, because
it's its own culture.
that's, I believe, it's maybe not directed, but it's the main chick in there is what is her name?
Zazie Beetz.
No,
Zazie Beetz.
No, I might.
Oh,
She was Domino in Deadpool 2.
No, it's not.
Oh, you're thinking of the other girl.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 gangs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The God, what the fuck is her name? She's oh my god.
Give me a minute.
I know who
Voice
you.
actress.
Oh, I know who you're talking. On Idris Elba said, yeah.
Good movie though. We'll have to finish that eventually.
I think that's
Regina King.
There it is.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, there it is. Okay, because she started directing that. I don't know if she's director of that film, but she's been fucking killing it recently.
There was something else that she directed that I saw that I really enjoyed.
She does not look 50.
One Night in Miami. No, she doesn't. She's looked that same for like 20 years.
the director is named The Bullets.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. But no, Regina King, yeah, she's also in that movie.
Yeah,
I gotta check
it's
that
a good
out.
movie though.
I might check it out tonight when I get home. Cause I'll check it out tonight when I get home.
Oh yeah, and there's the Old Spice guy in there.
Well, he gets beaten to crap. Idris Elba beats him up.
As he should.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, then Stranger Things. That's the 6th show. That was last. But yeah, that's all those are coming out here in the next couple months. So.
You're still watching Stranger Things?
Fuck yes, I am. So being that I'm trying, so I know for sure that everybody here will watch Hawkeye and Boba Fett. So we will definitely get reviews on all of that. Everything else, Terrell watched Cobra Kai. So Terrell and I will probably do the Cobra Kai review.
Right.
Chris will probably do Cobra Kai too.
Yeah, and if Chris watches Cobra Kai, fine, get fucking Will to fucking watch this piece of shit over here.
Sorry.
And then I'll probably do Witcher and then Wheel of Time as well, because I will be watching all that stuff. So you will be getting a lot of TV show reviews and stuff coming up.
I'll review on. I'll get Far Cry 6.
There you go.
And try to review that because we have.
Which is a good Pokemon? Sword or Shield?
I got Sword. Terrell got Shield. So whatever one.
I was thinking get Sword. Do you want to get Shield or do you want Sword? No,
I don't care. Is there any? What's the differences?
The legendary.
The legendary and the gym leaders.
Do they still do Mega Evolutions? That was a Y and.
There's a different thing. Yeah.
That was an X and Y.
Gigantamax is what you get in Sword and Shield. Which actually it's actually done pretty well. It's better than Z moves by far. But the gym leaders. Well, one has a rock gym leader, the other one has an ice gym leader. So whoever you want to face there, and then the other one has a fighting gym leader, and the other one has a ghost gym leader. So depending on who you want to fight.
Ghosts are kind of hard to fight against, but I know how to do that.
So that would be if you want to face the ghost gym leader, then you would get Shield.
I'll look it up myself.
If you want to face the The fighting in Rock is in Sword. The Ghost and Ice is in Shield.
I'll look it up and figure out the differences.
It's been a while since I even fought them, so I don't even remember who they are. Marnie isn't.
She's in both. Yeah, Marnie's in both.
Okay.
She's dark, well, somewhat dark.
Yeah.
Leader.
Oh, she's the one with the zigzag zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, her brother has it.
Yeah.
Her brother has it.
God, it's been so long since I played.
He's the best gym leader too. Arguably, probably the strongest gym leader. There's
Probably.
reasons why he's nerfed.
Right.
That's one thing. But yeah, no, that's. I think that wraps up episode 17. Very final thoughts.
Wow, 17.
Yeah, we got a lot coming up. Yeah, 17.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait till 21, man.
Me neither.
We're gonna get shit.
I don't remember. Did we even record anything? Is that how it's gonna be? Make sure we set the recordings up first before we start.
Yeah, well, I'm not drinking until we record.
Okay,
We're watching
that's
what 21 and up.
21 and over.
21 and over. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
21 and up.
I'm not even drinking yet.
Yeah.
21 and over, and then we'll probably possibly 2 special guests for that episode. Well, 2 people that said they would interested. Well, one person for sure said they're interested to do it, and I know the other person will. All we gotta do is ask them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that'd be beginning of the year.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Yeah, because we got 2 in December that we gotta take care of. Spider-Man review, and then our bad Christmas movie review, and then that ends out December.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, got a lot coming up soon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
sounds good.
Gotta be busy.
Well,
Yeah.
see
Well-
everybody later.
Thanks for watching.
Listening.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.